Greg Nuttall's the finest year you've ever had average-wise with the bat. And down the stretch, I saw a statistic a moment ago. Since July 19th, when the Yankees put on the drive to overcome the 14-game deficit, 10 home runs, 50 runs batted in over that stretch up until the end of the season. A fantastic finish.
Well, thank you, Frank. I've always been a second-half player, and I would rather be known as a second-half player than a fast starter and a quitter at the end of the year. A lot of guys fade because they don't keep themselves in good shape. But maybe because I do keep myself in good shape, I do have the better half of the year in the second half. I like it when the weather warms up. And just the fact that when the pressure starts getting a little bigger at the end of the year, I seem to play better, and I like to play under pressure.
Greg Nuttall's now, over your experience with this Yankee ball club, can you compare this club with last year's, year before last, any other ones you played with?
Well, we're as good as any other teams we had, maybe even better. Maybe a lot of the stuff we went through this year, which we were hoping we wouldn't have to go through because we did so much of it last year, all the controversy. We had a lot of it, and we went through it again, and we came out of it. When a lot of people gave us up for dead, we came back, and it'll do a lot for the character of the team, if nothing more. It showed that a lot of things can be done if you just bear down and try.
Greg Nuttall's, congratulations on the Butterfinger Award, and whatever it is, use it in good health.
All right, thank you, Frank.
And Alex Webster, thank you so much for being with us. A final thought with you. Alex, your life has been football, but now the Yankees with 2 championships behind them, the World Championship last year, going for another one. Just what does that mean to the sports people here in the New York area?
Well, I think it's any time that you can win a World Championship and actually a World Series, you got the edge for the simple fact you've been there, the pressure's been there, and they want to win because they know in the off season what they're going to, get out of it. It's a lot, it's more, relaxing in the off season coming away a winner than it is a loser. And I think they fought back so hard that they know what's at the end of that rainbow, and I think they're going to get there.
Red, they ought to put a pinstripe suit on you. You're a winner. You always have been. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Frank.
Alex Webster of Standard Brands and Greg Nuttall's my guests on the pregame show, sponsored by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Greater New York, Abraham and Strauss, and Lufthansa Airlines. I'm Frank Messer. Now stay tuned for New York Yankee baseball.
There's a reason Z-Party number 1.
When we say the job is done,
Your car has positive protection.
positive protection.
From rust. Rust protection's not the same. If done by any other name than Z-Bart. Z-Bart, it's us for rust.
What you get in Z-Bart Rust Protection is more than our unique penetrating sealant, more than our patented spray tools that reach deep into rust-prone areas, more than our factory-trained technicians who do the job right. Z-Bart Rust Protection is knowing that you've got positive protection.
Not the same if done by any other name than Z-Bart. Z-Bart, it's us for rust.
Check the white pages for your nearest Z-Bart dealer.
Here come the Yankees. Let's get behind the dealer. Yankees, they're gonna learn to feel it. Yankees, everyone knows they play to win. 'Cause they're the New York Yankees.
New York Yankee Baseball is sponsored by Budweiser Beer, Champion Spark Plugs, Yoo-Hoo Beverages, HFC, and by Brickell Home Improvement Centers, Getty Oil, Colonial Provisions, makers of Yankee Franks, and the New York Yankees. The American League Championship Series of 1976 and 1977 almost rendered the World Series of those years anticlimactic. Well, those 2 teams are at it again right here at Yankee Stadium, the New York Yankees and the Kansas City Royals. Hello again, everybody. I'm Fran Healy along with Bill White, Phil Rizzuto, and Frank Messer, bringing you the play-by-play as the Royals and the Yankees square off in the 3rd game of this best-of-5 series. The Royals and the Yankees split the 2 games played Tuesday and Wednesday in Royals Stadium. The Yankees won the opener 7-1, while the Royals bounced back in Game 2 to win 10-4. The split continued the pattern the two clubs have established over the past 3 American League Championship Series. The only time either team has been able to put together back-to-back wins is in Yankee Stadium. The Yankees hold a slim 3-2 edge over the Royals, winning 2 of 3 here in 1976. And I'll be back right after this.
Say, Frank, who says Yoo-Hoo's just for kids?
Not so, Bill. Yoo-Hoo is for anybody who loves a delicious, refreshing chocolate drink.
It's Yogi's favorite.
Yep. Yogi loves Yoo-Hoo's cool, creamy chocolate taste.
That's because Yoo-Hoo is made with nourishing low-fat milk.
Right, and it's non-carbonated. Instead of filling you up, Yoo-Hoo keeps your action up.
For taste, refreshment, and nourishment, Yoo-Hoo chocolate drink is today's best soft drink value.
Yoo-Hoo, the drink of champions.
Try Yoo-Hoo chocolate drink from Iroquois Brands.
People use our money to get the most out of life.
It's the same old story. You went shopping and now you've got some big bills to clear up. Well, with an HFC bill payer loan, you could consolidate those bills and make one monthly payment that may be less than the total payment you're making now. The bill payer loan, a solution to an old story. HFC, an equal opportunity lender.
Come on into HFC.
Now let's pause 5 seconds for station identification on the New York Yankee Radio Network.
68 degrees and variably cloudy at 3:29. This is WINS New York.
This program is authorized by New York Yankees solely for the entertainment of our audience, and any publication, a reproduction, or other use of the descriptions and/or accounts of this game without the express consent of the New York Yankees is prohibited. Well, right now, down in the field behind home plate, Ron Guidry and Jim Rice, co-winners of the 1978 Joe Cronin Award for significant baseball achievement. And they are receiving their trophies from the former president of the American League, Joe Cronin. Okay, the starting lineups for this afternoon's ball game in the third game of the best-of-5 series for the Kansas City Royals. Leading off, playing third base, batting .333 in the series, George Brett. Hal Mcrae is in the second slot. He'll be the designated hitter. Brett batting .400. Amos Otis, the center fielder, will be hitting third. He's hitting .429 in this series. Darrell Porter will do the catching. He'll be in the fourth slot. He's hitting .286. Pete Lecoq will bat number 5 and play first base. He's hitting .286. Clint Hurdle will be in left field and bat 6. Hurdle's hitting .667. Al Collins will be in right field and bat 7th. He's hitting .250. Freddy Potteck will be the shortstop and bat 8th, and Frank White will bat 9th and play second base. White and Potteck both hitting 143 through the first 2 games of this 5-game series. Pitching for the Kansas City Royals, the big left-hander Paul Spuleroff. On the season, Spuleroff was 19-3. Correction, 19-13. For the New York Yankees, leading off, playing center field, Mickey Rivers. Rivers batting .500. Roy White playing left field will bat second. Roy White's hitting .250. Thurman Munson will do the catching. He's batting third, and he's hitting .100 in the first 2 games of this series. Reggie Jackson hitting .571 through the first 2 games will be the designated hitter. He'll hit in the cleanup slot. Lou Piniella will bat 5th and play right field. Piniella batting .200 in this series. Greg Nettles will be the third baseman. He's hitting .333, and he'll bat 6th. Chris Chambliss will play first base and bat 7th. Chambliss hitting .667. Fred Stanley hitting .500 will play second base and bat 8th. Bucky Dent will be in the 9th slot. Dent will play shortstop, and he's hitting .333 in this series. The pitcher for the New York Yankees, the comeback kid with the New York Yankees this year, Jim Catfish Hunter. Hunter, 12-6 here in 1978. And I'll be right back right after this.
You and your 78 Plymouth Arrow. It's a lot more than just fun.
Wherever we go, everyone knows it's me and my Arrow.
It's standard tinted glass, tilt wheel, and reclining buckets. It's a wide hatch and fold-down rear seat. And then, of course, it is fun.
Me and my Arrow.
It's
not just a car you can handle, it's a gasoline bill you can handle too. Because for 78, every Aero features air injection in our new MCA jet system. And while your mileage may differ, an Aero with our standard 1600cc engine and manual transmission is EPA rated at 39 highway, 29 city. The 78 Aero. Miles and miles of heart.
Okay, the New York Yankees have taken the field here in Yankee Stadium, and they set up defensively with Chambliss at first. Stanley at second, Dent at short, Nettles at third, Roy White in left field. It'll be Mickey Rivers in center, and in right field, Sweet Lou Piniella. Behind the plate, Thurman Munson, and on the mound, Jim Catfish Hunter. The umpires for today's ballgame, and we will have 6 umpires wearing the blue out there. Ron Luciano, exciting umpire, will be behind the plate. Bill Kunkel at first base. Davey Phillips at second, and Terry Cooney will umpire at third base. Left field will be Lou DeMuro. In right field will be Rich Garcia. George Brett steps in. He'll be leading off for the Kansas City Royals. He'll be followed by the designated hitter Hal Mcrae, and then the center fielder Amos Otis. And now here with the play-by-play, Mr. Bill White.
All right, Fran Healy, the shadow. A different shadow than we've been used to in the past. The shadow of this ball game starting around 3:30. Actually, right now, 3:34 official time. Runs from the third base dugout of the Kansas City Royals out toward the 3:53 mark. So 2 of the Yankees' 3 outfielders in the sun. That's White in left, Rivers in center field, and the right fielder Lou Piniella playing in the shade. And of course, the shadows will have a great to do with the hitting in this ball game. Also, the umpiring, as George Brett stands in against Catfish Hunter. Brett so far in the series 3 for 9. And Hunter's ready, and the ball game is underway. The first pitch is swung on and popped up straight back. Coming back is Munson. Still coming back and can't get to the ball. It's on the screen. And no balls and a strike. Whitey Herzog had Brett batting second in the opener Tuesday night in Kansas City. Moved up at the cleanup spot yesterday. Actually, day before yesterday. The team's off yesterday, and Brett went 2 for 4. On Tuesday night, he was 1 for 4. Hunter gets a new ball as Brett backs off. Gets back in, and the 1-strike pitch. Too high, a fastball. It's 1-1. Actually, Brett 2 for 5 on Wednesday afternoon and 1 for 4 Tuesday night. 1-1 pitch drilled deep to right field. That ball is gone. That'll make the upper deck. And the Royals lead 1-0. George Brett jumping on a Hunter fastball out over the plate. No doubt about that, up in the upper deck. 1-0 Kansas City.
Bill, just like you said, that fastball out over the plate. Brett, a good fastball hitter, waits well on the ball, and a good hitter. Drove the ball deep into the third tier here in Yankee Stadium.
So Brett has just picked up his 4th base hit in the series. And his first home run, and that'll bring on Hal Mcrae, the designated hitter. He's 2 for 5 so far in the series, and he takes a strike on the outside corner.
Now, that pitch Brett hit off Hunter is usually a tough pitch to hit, that high fastball. Of course, the first inning, the pitcher really does not have as good mustard.
Popped up, coming back as much, and it'll be on the screen. No balls, 2 strikes on Hal Mcrae. Mcrae on the year batted .273, had 16 home runs and drove in 72 runs. And the Yankees play him straight away. Greg Nettles, a third baseman. Bucky Dennis, a shortstop. Fred Stanley at second base, and Chris Chambliss at first. The 2-strike pitch. Swung on, drilled to right field. Over in the corners, Piniella. He's there and makes a catch on the run. There's one away. Oh, the first 2 Royal batters, Fran Healy, they have hit the ball hard off Catfish Hunter.
Yes, they have, Bill. And once again, most of your good pitchers, and of course you play with a great one, Bob Gibson, they usually have their problems early in the game. If you're going to get a good pitcher, you have to knock them out early.
Here's Amos Otis, the center fielder, a right-handed batter. He's 3 for 7 in the series. Royals lead 1-0 on a leadoff home run by George Brett. High in the upper deck off Catfish Hunter. Of course, Cat always has given up home runs in the past, and many times early in the ball game. Now he rocks and deals to Otis. Too high, ball one. Amos batted .298 on the season for the Royals, hit 22 home runs, and drove in 96 runs for Kansas City. Now Hunter's 1-0 pitch to Otis. Too high, 2 balls, no strikes. On deck, Darryl Porter, the catcher. Otis backs out, takes a couple of practice swings. Ron Luciano is a home plate umpire. Bill Kunkel at first, Dave Phillips at second, and Terry Cooney at third. Ball's pop fouled straight back. It'll make the screen. 2-1. Umpiring down the left field foul line is Lou DeMuro, and down the right field foul line is Rich Garcia. 6 umpires for the American League Championship Series. Now Otis makes Hunter wait. Stands deep in the box, back off the plate. The 2-1 pitch. Low, 3 balls and a strike. Chuck Hiller, the third base coach for Kansas City, and Steve Boros coaching at first base. Here's Hunter's 3-1 delivery to Otis. Swung on and fouled back. 3-2, and the count is full. Fans still coming in here at Yankee Stadium in this third game. Team split the first 2 ball games out in Kansas City. Yankees winning 7-1, losing 10-4. Time is called as Otis stands out. Now he's back in, and the pitch. Hit on the ground up the middle. Stanley dives and knocks it down, throws to first. Safe at first base. A 1-hopper. He threw a 1-hopper to Chambliss. Chambliss came up with the ball, but Otis was by the bag. And that's a base hit.
Well, the Yankees were playing Otis even up all the ways around. The ball hit up the middle. Stanley made a fine play knocking that ball down. Threw the ball to first base. Very close play at first base. Very, very close.
Well, it's always tough to let Amos Otis get on base. He's an excellent base runner. And he moves off first base, being held there by Chambliss, and Hunter goes there and chases him back. Otis has 3 stolen bases so far in the series, and he wants to go. Hunter holds him. Now the pitch. Swung on and missed by Porter. No balls and a strike. 1 out, 1 on. Kansas City leading 1-0. Top half the first inning. Yankees set up looking for 2 as Hunter's at the belt, and the pitch just missed outside. It's a ball and a strike. Now Otis says something to his first base coach, Steve Boros. Throw the first base, and Amos is back.
In the Yankee bullpen right now, right-hander Kenny Clay.
Now Hunter sets. And the pitch. Just missed outside. 2 balls and a strike. Cat keeping the ball away from Darryl Porter. Also keeping one eye on Amos Otis as Otis moves off first base.
And Bill Otis likes to get that walking lead, so Cat has to hold the ball on him.
Now the set and the pitch. Curveball is a cold strike, 2-2. Porter looking for the fastball, got the breaking ball and took it. I think Darryl thought it was low. He backs out. Well, looks down at the plate, does not say anything to Ron Luciano, the home plate umpire. Now he gets back in. Hunter's ready. Runner's going, the pitch. Low, and it's out of Munson's glove, and Otis stands up into second base with a stolen base. Ball bounced out of Munson's glove, went back behind Porter, and Otis has stolen his 4th base in this series. He's down at second base with a count, 3 balls and 2 strikes on Darryl Porter, and 1 away. Now the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Still 3 balls, 2 strikes. Rivers and Piniella playing Porter to pull. White playing straight away in left field. Small gap between White and Rivers. Now Hunter sets. Checks Otis at second base. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back again by Porter. On deck is the first baseman, Pete Lecoq. Luciano gives Catfish Hunter a new ball. Otis goes back, touches up at second base, and starts his walking lead off the bag. He's checked. Checked twice. And the pitch. Curveball hit in the air, center field. Mickey Rivers right there. Otis tagging at second base. Rivers in, makes the catch. Throw to third base as Otis goes there. It's going to be close, and it's got him at third base. Mickey Rivers threw a strike to third base, and Amos Otis is doubled up. One run, a two-base hit, nobody left on base. At the end of one half inning of play, the Royals won, the Yankees are coming up.
When Bill Green was elected to Congress, New Yorkers broke their regular voting patterns, crossing party lines to make Bill Green their congressman. Now Bill Green has proven New Yorkers right, because while others talk about New York's financial crisis, Bill Green got votes in Congress to help solve it. While others talk about support for Israel, Bill Green led the fight in Washington against the sale of warplanes to Egypt and Saudi Arabia. While others talk about stopping crime, Bill Green helped get federal funds for community-based anti-crime programs. While others talk about cutting inflation and taxes, Bill Green co-sponsored the Anti-Inflation and Tax Reduction Act. And while others talk about community service, Bill Green is serving us better with 2 district offices and our first mobile congressional district office.
This is Bill Green. I've worked hard for you this year. With a full term, I'll do even more.
While other politicians are making promises this fall, remember the man who's keeping them. We elect Congressman Bill Green, paid for by the Committee for Green.
Spruce up your home for less during the Rickle Fall Super Sale. Right now, you'll save 34% on each 13-ounce can of Rickle Color Bright Spray Enamel Paint. Pay just 99 cents per can of this non-toxic rust-preventive spray enamel that's perfect for wood, metal, and marine use. It's available in white and many beautiful colors during the Rickle Fall Super Sale. So stop into a Rickle Home Center, pick up your sales circular, and save. Okay, defensively for the Kansas City Royals, Lecoq at first base, White at second. The short fellow, little Freddy Potteck at shortstop, George Brett at third, Clint Hurdle in left field, Amos Otis in center field, then right field Al Collins, behind the plate Darrell Porter, and on the mound the big lanky left-hander Paul Splittorff. Stepping in for the Yankees, Mickey Rivers, and he'll be followed by Roy White and then Thurman Munson. Bill?
Rivers 4 for 8 so far in the series. The first pitch is swung on and missed. Mickey batted .265 with the Yankees on the year. 11 home runs, 48 runs batted in. And the 1-strike pitch to Rivers. Misses outside a slider. It's a ball and a strike. George Brett weighing at third base for Mickey, and the first baseman Pete Lecoq also shortens up. 1-1 pitch. Swung on. Past Lecoq, base hit right field. And quickly Al Collins, he'll get the ball in, and Rivers will hold at first base.
And Bill Rivers still hampered by that bad leg before the ball game. The trainers were working on the hamstring. Oh, Rivers on at first base, nobody out. And here's Roy White. White 2 for 8 in the series so far. Mickey not too big a lead there at first base. He's held by Splittorff, and the pitch. White fakes a bunt, takes high, ball 1. That brought Brett in charging from third base. Lecoq holding on Rivers at first base. The Yankees have yet to steal a base through the first 2 ball games. Here's a set and the pitch. Swung on, bounce to second. White has it. He goes to Potteck for 1, back to first, double play. 4-6-3 double play. There are 2 outs. The thing about those Royals, they have an excellent double play combination. They can really turn them. Yes, they can. Frank White and Freddy Potteck, and of course, they were made for that AstroTurf. They're very quick, and you have to have a quick double play combination on the AstroTurf. Here's Thurman Munson. The Royals have held Munson to just 1 base hit through the first 2 ball games. Thurman 1 for 10. They'll play him straight away. Splittorff's first pitch to Munson. Swung on, hit in the air right field. Going back is Collins. Now he fades near the line. He's there and makes a catch, and the side is retired. At the end of 1 full inning of play, the Royals won, the Yankees nothing.
When do you say Budweiser? Whenever the moment is it's right for a great beer.
When do you say Budweiser?
Whenever the good times are moving to right here.
After the work is done, while you're still having fun, anytime's the right time to say it.
When do you say Budweiser? But the beer for any time at all. When do you say Budweiser?
Smile on your face tells the world what you're thinking.
'Cause when you say Budweiser,
The number one beer is what you'll be drinking. After the work is done, while you're still having fun, the king of beers is waiting for your call.
when you say Budweiser, you said it all.
Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis. Just wait till I get my hands on that Reggie.
Frank.
There won't be anything left.
Frank, wait. Before you do anything drastic, remember that Reggie set 9 new records. Remember his 5 home runs?
Well, this time he's really done it. That new candy bar of his is terrific.
New candy?
Sure, the Reggie bar, that chewy caramel, those crunchy peanuts, that smooth chocolatey coating. It's delicious.
I don't understand. What's wrong with that?
Well, nothing except just thinking about it makes me hungry. And I can't wait till break time so I can get my hands on...
Oh, a Reggie bar.
Okay, after 1 inning of play here in Yankee Stadium, the score, the Royals 1, the Yankees nothing. George Brett's solo shot in the first accounted for that 1 run. Here in the second inning, Pete Lecoq, the first baseman, will lead off against Yankees catfish Hunter. Lecoq will be followed by Hurdle and then Al Collins. Bill?
All right, Fran Healy. Royals have a 1-0 lead thanks to a long home run to the upper deck by the leadoff man, George Brett. Lecoq, a left-hander batter, steps in and slices one foul on the upper deck off the left side. No balls and a strike. Pete batted .295 for the Royals this year. 5 home runs, 48 runs batted in. He's a big fella, but seldom hits for power. Slashes the ball the other way. Low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hunter gets his sign, rocks and deals a 1-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled back. A ball and 2 strikes on Lecoq. Left side of the Yankee infield playing Lecoq more or less like a right-handed pull hitter. The 1-2 pitch swung on and fouled back again by Lecoq. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Royals a run on 2 hits. Yankees no runs on 1 base hit. Rivers led off with a single, wiped out when White bounced into a 4-6-3 double play. The 1-2 pitch swung on, fouled back again by Lecoq. And Hunter gets another new baseball. Ken Clay had been up briefly throwing in the Yankee bullpen in the first inning. The pitch just missed outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Ron Luciano gets a lot of umpiring help here at the stadium. The 2-2 delivery to Lecoq. Swung on, foul tip, and out of Munson's glove. Still 2-2. Hunter throwing a sliding sinker, or sinking slider, whichever way you want to say it. The ball, Lecoq hit on top of it and fouled it back. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, sliced into the left field seats, the upper deck. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. And once again, Hunter gets a new ball. The 2-2 delivery. Swung on, sliced off the upper deck again, off the left side. Lecoq making Hunter work here in the second inning. The Royals lead 1-0. As Ron Luciano gets a new supply of baseballs. Lecoq 2 for 7 in the series so far. Clint Hurdle, another left-handed batter, is on deck. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on, drilled right center field. That's going to be a base hit. Over quickly as Rivers backhands the ball. Lecoq going for 2. The throw there will not be in time. Lecoq slides in with a double.
Still another ball out over the plate. Catfish had to throw the strike. Lecoq jumped on the ball, hit the ball to right center field. Rivers backhanded the ball, threw the ball in, but not in time to catch Lecoq. Most of the Royals, when they hit the ball, they're going full speed when they leave the batter's box and will try to extend it into a double.
So Lecoq down at second base with a leadoff double here in the second inning. That'll bring on Clint Hurdle, the left fielder. Hurdle's a left-handed batter, 2 for 3. He played the game on Wednesday afternoon after sitting out the opener. Got into the opener as a pinch hitter and walked. Fouls a pitch back. 1 strike on Hurdle. He had 264 for the Royals this year. 7 home runs, 56 runs batted in. And Hunter sets and deals a 1-strike pitch. He's low. Nope. It's down around the knees. 2 strikes. 0-2 on Clint Hurdle. Hunter working quickly. The pitch is low this time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Catch. The runner's going. The throw there will not be in time. So Lecoq's tagging at second base and going on to third after the catch. So there's 1 away now. Lecoq over third base, and the batter's Al Collins. Collins, a right-handed batter, 2 for 8 in the game so far played between these two teams. Batted .274 on the year. Yankees now bring their infield in. Nettles, Dent, Stanley, and Chambliss. Royals lead 1-0 and trying to pick up another run here in the second inning off Catfish Hunter. Now Hunter winds and deals to Collins. Curveball is down low, ball 1. On deck is Freddy Potteck. The 1-0 pitch to Collins. Swung on, bounce to Nettles. Holds the runner at third base. Throws on the first hit. Got him. Ball's bounced right to Greg Nettles. He held Lecoq at third base and got Collins at first. 2 outs.
Not an easy play for Greg Nettles. The ball hit very hard, and of course he had his mind on Lecoq. Made a fine play and to catch the speedy Collins at first base.
Now the Yankees will move their infield back for Freddy Potteck. He had a big home run for the Royals on Wednesday night. A 2-run shot. That helped put the game out of reach as the Royals beat the Yankees 10-4 after losing 7-1 on the opener on Tuesday night. Nettles, even with the bag at third base for Potteck. The pitch swung on and missed. Potteck waving at a slider. Now Potteck backs out. Little fella gets back in. He's 5 feet 4 inches. Pretty good baseball player. The 1-strike pitch. Swung on, popped up on the right side. Stanley backing up on the grass. Second baseman's under the ball and makes a catch, and the side is retired. No runs, a base hit, and a man left on base. At the end of 1 1/2, the Royals lead the Yankees 1-0.
Plymouth announces a breakthrough in American automobiles. New Plymouth Horizon, the car you can drive in comfort and confidence on any kind of road. Horizon gives you superb traction and stability in rain, in wind, in snow, because it's the first American-made car of its size with front-wheel drive. Horizon is loaded with standard features like rack and pinion steering, front disc brakes, AM radio, white wall radial tires, and front bucket seats. And the EPA estimated a manual transmission Horizon at 38 miles per gallon Highway 25 city. Your mileage may differ. And Horizon is base priced at just $37.06, excluding taxes and destination charges. No wonder Motor Trend magazine is named Plymouth Horizon the car of the year. Anytime you want to go anywhere in comfort and confidence, relax. Horizon can handle it.
Well, you've got that feeling again. The feeling that this could be the year. That Yankee Stadium could be the place. That this Yankee team could be the team. When you've got a feeling like that, enjoy it with a Yankee spring. Because Yankees Franks have the taste that takes you out to the ball game even when you're listening at home. Go ahead, bite into one. You can almost taste the venom. Yankees Franks. Colonial makes them.
Ron Guidry, who was 25-3 with the New York Yankees in 1978, has been selected baseball's Quarterly's American League Performer of the Year by exclusive balloting of the league's 14 managers. Guidry received first place votes from 9 American League managers, while Jim Rice of the Boston Red Sox received 6. Bill?
Reggie Jackson takes outside, ball 1. Reggie leading off for the Yankees here in the bottom half of the second inning. The Royals lead 1-0. Jackson 4 for 7 in the series so far. Swings on a slider, doesn't get it. It's 1-1. One of those 4 base hits, a home run. 3-run home run. Hit 27 home runs on the year for the Yankees. Drove in 97 runs, batted .274. Splittor with the 1-1 pitch to Jackson. Low, 2 balls and a strike. On deck, kneeling on deck is Lou Piniella. A home run by George Brett, leading the ball game off of the Royals into the upper deck off Hunter, the only scoring so far. There's a fastball that misses outside, 3-1. Cowan's playing Jackson deep in right field. Otis playing a step or 2 over toward right center. He plays a deep center field. 3-1 pitch. Swung on, drill deep to right field. That's gone. Way out over the 353 mark, and we've got a tie ball game. Reggie Jackson has just hit his second American League Championship Series home run here in 1978, and it's tied.
Bill, another ball out over the plate. Jackson, with great fast speed, turned that ball, raked it over the 353 mark, deep into the old bullpen here at Yankee Stadium. And his Yankee teammates up on the dugout steps.
And again he got it for Reggie Jackson, and it's all tied. Yankees won, the Kansas City Royals won. Oh, Reggie Jackson really got one. A 3-run fastball out over the plate, and he drilled it into the runway. Over the 353-foot mark in right center field, tying the ball game up. And here's Lou Piniella, the right fielder. He's 2 for 10 in the series so far. Pitch to Pinella's down low, ball 1. Splittor with the 1-0 pitch to Piniella. Swung on, popped up in the shallow right center. Hal Cowan's a right fielder calling. He's there and makes a catch. Let's take 5 seconds for station identification on the New York Yankee Baseball Network.
68 degrees, invariably cloudy at 4 o'clock. This is WINS New York.
So Piniella skies to the right fielder. Al Cowens, that'll bring on Greg Nettles, the Yankee third baseman. He's 3 for 9 in the series so far. Some had 27 home runs, drove in 93 runs. Hit in the air to left field. Hurdle starts in. Now he goes back, still going back, and makes a catch. Clint Hurdle, having trouble with the wind and sun here at Yankee Stadium out in left field, finally made the catch.
Well, Clint Hurdle did not, of course, get a good jump on that ball because of the sun here. A tough sun left field. But the Royals disappointed in Hurdle's defensive play. In fact, that was the reason he was out of the lineup the last couple of weeks of the regular season.
Well, they keep moving him around. He's played first base, right field, and left field. It's a little tough to get acclimated to a certain spot.
Right.
Chambliss takes outside, ball 1. Chris is having a fine series. 6 base hits and 9 times up with a couple of runs batted in. 1-0 pitch to Chambliss. Swung on, bounced to second. Frank White has a nice hop. Throws on over to Lecoq. They've got Chambliss, and the side is retired. And at the end of 2, the Yankees won, the Kansas City Royals won.
This portion of New York's finest baseball is brought to you by Specs, New York's finest athletic shoes. You know, when it comes to athletic shoes, Specs are a sure thing to take the Triple Crown again this year. Best performance, styling, and durability. Whether you're into basketball, tennis, running, or just hanging around looking good, you should be into Specs. Catch up with the Specs athletic shoes at over 600 fine stores in and around New York City. When you step into your Specs, you're ready to step out. Ever think what goes into building a quality tire? Firestone does. It's a complicated process, taking the right blend of technology, skill, and dedication to quality. Quality. That's what we strive for at Firestone, and that's what you get in our double-belted Deluxe Champion Super Belt tire. It's polyester cord body, 2 fiberglass stabilizer belt, and computer design thread work together to give you the performance and smooth ride you've come to expect from Firestone. But I saved the best for last. Right now, they're on super sale with the lowest prices in 3 years. You heard right. They're at their lowest prices in 3 years. And that means you save from $22 to $49 per set of 4. In fact, 4 A78-13 black walls are only $89 plus $171 federal excise tax per tire and 4 old tires. The time is now. The place, Firestone. Charge them if you like, but don't wait too long. A Firestone sale this super hasn't happened in 3 years. Frank White, the second baseman with the Kansas City Royals, steps in to face Catfish Hunter. Top of the 3rd inning in the Big Apple. The score, all tied. The Royals won, the Yankees won. Bill?
All right, Fran. Frank 1 for 7 in the series so far. Batted .275 with the Royals during the year. And he takes a slider over the outside corner, strike 1. All the scoring so far, home runs. A home run by George Brett for the Royals, one by Reggie Jackson for the Yankees. The 1-strike pitch to White. Hit right back to Hunter. He snares it, flips over the Chambliss, got White, and there's 1 away.
And now 20 seconds for our local stations to identify themselves.
66 degrees and variably cloudy at 4:04. WINS 1010 New York. The top stories right now. The White House says President Carter and Soviet President Brezhnev are in contact on the deteriorating situation in Lebanon. ERA ratification extension gets Senate approval. Bernard Bergman is out of prison after 8 months.
Better now, George Brett, whose home run gave the Royals a 1-0 lead in the 1st inning. And he takes low and away from Hunter. Ball 1. It was Brett's 4th base hit in the series. He's now 4 for 10. A 1-0 pitch to the left-handed batter. Swung on, drilled deep center field. Rivers going back. Still going. That ball is out of here. A home run for George Brett. His 2nd straight home run off Catfish Hunter in this ball game. And the Royals now lead 2-1. Straight away center all the way.
Phil, that ball was out over the plate again on George Brett. But you have to give Brett credit. He's a good hitter. Has been a good hitter since the day he came into the major leagues.
So Brett hits his 2nd home run of the ball game. He's 2 for 2, and that'll bring on Hal Mcrae. He's been up once and fly to Pennell in right field. Pitch to Brett. Swung on, sliced down the right side. Pennell is after it. Still on the run. He will not be able to get it. It's back in the seats. Foul.
Phil Mcrae has had trouble with his shoulder most of the season. Hurt it playing tennis. He said he's also been trying to go for the home run ball since they traded John Mayberry. And of course, his average dropped into the 270s this year. A good hitter. Usually hits that ball pretty well out over the plate. It looks like he's lunging.
Hunter now with the new ball. Rocks and deals to Brett. Misses down low with the curveball. It's 1-1. Royals lead 2-1, playing the top half of the 3rd inning here at Yankee Stadium. Hunter's 1-1 pitch. Line down the right side, slicing back in the seats again. Foul. 1 ball. 2 strikes on Hal Mcrae. On deck is Amos Otis. Brett's 2nd home run of the ball game. Pitch to Mcrae, slice foul, upper deck right side. Brett tried to get the Royals going in the opener Tuesday night. He hit a routine ground ball up the middle, stretched it into a double, and scored. Excellent ball player. Here's the 1-2 to Mcrae. Low and away, 2-2. Royals have 2 runs on 4 base hits. The Yankees 1 run on 2 base hits against Paul Splitor. The 2-2 delivery. Called strike 3. Hunter got him with a fastball on the outside edge. There are 2 outs. That's Cat's first strikeout in the ball game. He's had pretty good control. He hasn't walked anybody, although he's hit Brett's bat twice. Amos Otis, the batter. Bounce went up the middle and beat it out. His first time up, so he's 1 for 1. Then tried to tag at second base and go to third on a fly ball to Mickey Rivers in center field, and Rivers gunned him out. Otis swings and misses. No balls and a strike. Amos backs off. Kicks the dirt out of his spikes. Now he stands back in. He gets about as far back toward the catcher as possible. A lot of times out of the batter's box. Pitch is high as he faked the bunt. It's 1-1.
Of course, Bill, if he hits that ball with the foot out of the batter's box, umpire has to call him out.
Nope. Should.
Yeah, right. They won't. But when I was at the Royals, every team we played against complained about that foot, especially by the 7th inning when there was no line.
1-1 pitch. High and away. 2 balls and a strike on Otis. When John Mayberry was there, he just almost sat in the umpire's lap and swung the bat. 2-1 pitch. Outside again. 3 balls and a strike on Otis. 2-1 Royals. They're batting in the 3rd inning. Count 3 balls and 1 strike on Amos Otis. On deck is Darrell Porter, the catcher. Otis taking a lot of time. Hunter's ready. The 3-1 pitch. Too high. Ball 4. Otis walks. So Otis walks with 2 outs. Last time he walked, he stole second base. His 4th stolen base so far in the 3-game series.
Of course, he'll be trying to get in scoring position right now for Darrell Porter, although there's a hole open over there. You hate to close that hole up.
Pitch to Porter, swung on and missed.
Kenny Clay, right-hander, now throwing in the bullpen.
Hunter sets. And the pitch to Porter. Just missed outside. A ball and a strike. Now, Porter wants that baseball inspected by home plate umpire Ron Luciano, and Hunter flips it to Luciano. And they'll throw it out. Amos Otis on at first base, 2 outs in the top half of 3rd inning. Kansas City leading 2-1. Pitch to Porter, swung on, drilled to right center field. After it is Rivers on the run, and makes a catch down around his shoe. No! And now everybody's running, and Rivers throws the ball to second base. Runners go to second and third. The right field umpire, Rich Garcia, they're called as safe. Rivers was running in toward the clubhouse. And Garcia said he scooped the ball up. Stanley out there now arguing with Garcia. We mentioned they have 6 umpires here. We have an umpire down the left field foul line and one down the right field foul line, and that play was called by Rich Garcia, the umpire down the right field foul line.
Bill, on a television monitor here in the radio booth, it looks like Rivers caught the ball. And, you know, Rivers is not going to try to deke a guy in a situation like that. They have a base runner on the move with 2 outs. Rivers caught the ball and dropped his head, started jogging in. Right now, Bob Lemon, the manager of the Yankees, out there. It looks like screaming at the umpire, Rich Garcia, who's down the right field foul line.
Well, Royals have runners at second and third. There are 2 outs, as that will go as a 2-base hit, evidently, for Darrell Porter. Either that or will give him a single and give Rivers an error, allowing the 2 runs to score. As Fran mentioned, Mickey put his head down after he had gloved the ball and started in toward the dugout. All of a sudden he looked up and saw Rich Garcia, the umpire down the right field foul line, put both palms down, signaling that Rivers did not catch the ball. Otis went on to third base, Porter down to second. Now here's Lecoq. And the pitch. Misses outside, ball 1. Runners at second and third, 2 outs, Kansas City leading 2-1 in the 3rd inning. Pitch misses outside, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on Lecoq. They have not put an error on the board, so evidently they'll give Porter a double. 2-0 pitch. High ball, 3-0. Now Paul Lindblad gets up and starts throwing in the Yankee bullpen along with Ken Clay. Hunter looks over at Otis. Now the 3-0 pitch. Called strike is 3-1. Cat rocks and deals a 3-1 pitch. Ball 4 outside, and the bases are loaded. They've got Otis over at third base, Porter down at second, and Lecoq on at first base. There are 2 outs, and the batter is Clint Hurdle. Hurdle's been up once and flied to Rivers in center field. Well, I guess you'd call those things the breaks of the game. Obviously, it looked like on the screen that Rivers caught the ball. Pitch to Hurdle is swung on and missed. No balls, 1 strike. Hunter rocks and deals a 1-strike pitch. Called strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes on Hurdle. Otis taking a long lead off third base. A 2-strike pitch. High and away. 1-2. Nettles playing deep at third base and off the bag. Otis can take a long lead there. 1-2 on Clint Hurdle. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And the pitch. Swung on and missed, and the side is retired. 1 run, 2 base hits, 3 men left on base. At the end of 2.5, the Royals 2 and the Yankees 1.
Here's the throw. Here's the play at the plate. Holy cow, I think he's going to make it.
Paradise by the Dashboard Light. Who'd ever thought that a singer named Meatloaf would make an ex-shortstop named Rizzuto a rock and roll star? Well, it came as no surprise to the listeners of WNEW-FM. Long before the rest of the world caught up with Meatloaf's act, he was being served up regularly at 102.7. Whether it's Meatloaf trying to score, Paul Simon singing about a pitcher dropping dead in a night game, or heaven forbid, Earth Opera singing that the Red Sox are winning, baseball and rock and roll have always gone together on WNEW-FM. That's because rock music and baseball are both a vital part of the fabric of American life. And what the Yankees are to baseball, WNEW-FM is to rock and roll. The Sultan of Rock, the world champion of the airwaves. WNEW-FM, the big 102.7. Catch our number once, and you'll wind up a fan forever.
Congratulations, Paul Blair, center fielder, world champion New York Yankees. Acclaimed Best Dressed Yankee 1978. Clothed by men and young men's fashion leaders, Martin Brothers Clothiers. Martin Brothers, 4 great stores in New York, Onyx Pants, East Fordham Road, the Bronx, and Getty State Pants, South Broadway, Yonkers. In New Jersey, Karsten, Broad Street in Elizabeth, and Fox's Fashions, Broadway in Bayonne. Martin Brothers, styles for champions, priced to score. Okay, another little note. Dave Parker grabbed all but 1 vote in the National League. Parker of the Pittsburgh Pirates was a runaway winner in the National League balloting, receiving first-place votes by all but 1 National League manager. Larry Bow of the Philadelphia Phillies received the only other first-place vote in the National League, and that is for Baseball Quarterly. Bill?
All right, Fran. Fred Stanley leads off against Splittorf here in the bottom of the 3rd. Split gets the first pitch over the outside corner, called strike. Kansas City leading 2-1. 2 home runs by George Brett against Catfish Hunter. Stanley takes high. It's a ball and a strike. Yankees picked up their run, bottom of the 2nd inning, last inning, on a solo shot by Reggie Jackson. 1-1 pitch. Sliced foul. Back in the seats, a ball and 2 strikes on Stanley. Well, the 1-2. Curveball misses inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On deck is Bucky Dent. Royal outfield shortens up for Stanley. Playing slightly toward the right side. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Stanley going after a high fastball. First strikeout for Splittorff, and there's one away.
Some of our guests on the pregame show received gift certificates at Benihana. Watch in amazement as your chef turns prime steak, chicken, and shrimp into an oriental feast. Others receive son of a gun, Clairol's little red 1250-watt hair dryer, separate controls for heat and airflow, 6 different settings from hot to cool.
Here's Buggy Dent, 3 for 9 in the series with 4 runs batted in. He takes outside, ball 1. 1 out, nobody on, playing the bottom half of the 3rd inning here at the stadium. Kansas City leading 2-1. Dent takes outside, 2 balls, no strikes. They play Bucky straight away with Brett even with the bag at third base and wide of the bag. 2-0 pitch. Right in there, called strike. It's 2-1. On deck is Paul Blair. Evidently Mickey Rivers hurt his leg again running down that line drive from Darrell Porter. Ball's fouled back over the Yankee dugout. It'll be out of play. No chance for Porter. It's a guy wires that comes down. First time we've seen that. Guy wire holding the screen here behind home plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Dent. Splittorff rocks and deals a 2-2 pitch. Inside, ball 3, 3-2. And the payoff pitch to Bucky Dent. Swung on, loop to shallow right, coming on as Al Cowan's a right fielder. He's there and makes the catch easily. There are 2 outs. Here's Paul Blair batting for Mickey Rivers. We have not gotten a report on Rivers, but with Blair up there, you've got to feel that Mickey probably re-injured his leg. He's playing, I believe, with a groin pull. Hamstring for Rivers, too?
Right.
And the first pitch to Blair. Low, ball 1. The next pitch. Swung on, popped back. That'll be out of play. Coming back anyways, Darrell Porter, and the ball's on the screen. A ball to strike on Blair. Blair got into the ball game on Tuesday night. Went out to play, actually run for Mickey Rivers. Stayed in the ball game. Played center field. Got 1 at bat, struck out in the 9th inning. Too high with the breaking ball. 2-1. Two-1 pitch. Hit in the air, center field. Right there is Amos Otis. He's under the ball and makes the catch. The side is retired. 3 up and 3 down. And at the end of 3, the Royals 2 and the Yankees 1.
When do you think? Budweiser. Whenever the moment is right for a great beer. When do you think? Budweiser. Whenever the good times are moving to right here. After the work is done, while you're still having fun, the king of beers is waiting for your call. When you say Budweiser, you said it all.
Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis.
Hello, Rusty Joe.
Hey, how are you?
Goodbye, Rusty Cars.
Hi, I'm Rusty Jones. What? Rusty Jones Rust Proof. You know, I can save your car from rust. You can? Sure, because I'm more than just rust proofing. I'm the one option you can buy for your car that actually appreciates in value. How's that? I'll stick with your new car, protecting it from rust for as long as you own it. And everybody knows a rust-free car is worth more trade-in time. You really stick with my car? Day and night, winter and summer. No vacation? Not even a coffee break. No gimmicks? Nope, I just want your car to stay rust-free, so you can say,
Hello, Rusty Jones. Goodbye, Rusty Cars. Hello, Rusty Jones. Goodbye, goodbye.
for car dealers that offer Rusty Jones rust proofing. It's a sure sign they care. Okay, it'll be Al Collins, the right fielder for the Kansas City Royals, who grounded out in the second inning, leading it off here for the Royals in the top of the fourth. He'll be followed by Freddy Potteck and then Frank White. And here with the play-by-play, the scooter, Phil Rizzuto.
All right, Fran Healy, a lot of excitement here at the ballpark. Collins bounced at third and takes a pitch a little low from the cat, ball one. 2 home runs by George Brett have the Royals in front of the Yankees, who had a homer by Reggie Jackson. 2 balls, no strikes now. The pitch low and away to Collins. Otto winds and line to center field. Blair coming on, and what a play! Holy cow, Paul Blair. Beautiful shoestring catch on the dead run on a sinking line drive. And a smart play by Bob Lemon. Normally Mickey Rivers would make that play, Fran, but with the bad leg, he would not have caught that one.
Right, it was evident Rivers was favoring the leg when he got a single in the first inning. That ball there, as soon as the ball was hit, Blair broke in. A great jump on the ball and a great shoestring catch.
Tell you, the Yankees lose nothing defensively when Blair goes out for Rivers. Freddy Potteck popped to second, takes the strike.
And Phil, it looked like on his way out to his position that Paul Blair and Rich Garcia, the umpire along the right field foul line, got into a shouting match.
No kidding. High 1-1. No way the Yankees can afford to lose Blair now. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Hunter gets the sign from Munson. And the pitch low and outside, 2-1. Yankee outfield straight away on Potteck. Freddie has 1 hit in the series, but that a 2-run homer. Little guy hit one in the left field, seats out in Kansas City. Low and away, 3-1. And you can say just about on every batter that comes up for the Royals, you don't like to see them on because they all love to run. Potteck, White, Brett, Mcrae, Otis, and Collins. The 3-1 pitch. Low, ball 4, and he walks Potteck. 3rd walk given up by Catfish. The batter, Frank White, who can really handle that bat. Excellent bunter, hit and run man, and can take a pitch if Whitey Herzog decides to let Potteck try and steal.
Well, Phil, I've got to believe that Potteck will be on his way. Something very unusual here. Catfish Hunter walking 3 men so early in the ball game.
That's it. You can't saw those 2 balls hit by George Brett Carey, and this is a rough day for the pitchers. Throw to first. Potteck, trying to get a walking lead, is driven back by Hunter's throw over to Chambliss. Outfield not too deep on White. As the cat winds, throws over to first again. Hunter to the belt. And the pitch, line to left field, curving. Foul. Wow. A breaking pitch that White went out and got. Potteck is rounding 3rd, but it's a foul ball. White very unhappy. Frank Hiller, though, the 3rd base coach, did not argue, Fran. What do I call him? Frank Hiller used to pitch for the Yankees.
Okay, this is Chuck.
Chuck Hiller with the bad hands. I mean, that's a joke. When he played second for the Giants, they used to call him stone fingers like Dick Stewart.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Why is that?
He drop a lot of balls. Listen, I try to get a hold of Healy. He's got a non-published number in Holyoke, Massachusetts.
Holyoke, Mass.
Boy, you are tough to get.
Oh, here, I'll give it to you now.
All right, Frank White with a count, 1 strike on him, and the pitch to White, swing and a miss, strike 2. Looked like Potteck wanted to go, was undecided, and White swung at a bad pitch. Might have had the hit and run on. 0-2 the count. Potteck takes a big lead at first. 1 man out, and the Royals in front 2-1. There goes Potteck. Fly ball to left field. Roy White. Potteck slid in a second. A good decoy by Stanley, but he's got time to get up and get back to first base. Potteck slid into second as Stanley made believe the throw was coming to him. That's a good decoy by Stanley, but just didn't work. 2 men out.
And very embarrassing for the runner.
Yes, it is. Especially had he been doubled up. Ball was a little too high, though. All right, here's that man. George Brett is home at his first 2 times up in this ball game.
And Phil, when a guy is this hot at the plate and he's at 2 home runs, he's extremely relaxed. It's almost better to pitch around him, even with the man on base.
All right, he takes a slider high, ball 1. And now Cat wants a new baseball. Gets it. Thurman Munson flips it out to him. Brett was injured quite a bit of the year. Hunter sets, and the pitch is a breaking ball over 1-1. Nettles now comes over to have a little chat with Catfish very briefly. Again, Potteck leads away. Hunter checks him. There goes Potteck. And Munson's throw, they got him. Good throw by Thurman Munson. Right on the money to Bucky Dent, who put the tag on him. Nothing across, nobody left. At the end of 3.5, the Royals 2 and the Yankees 1.
People use our money to get the most out of life.
100 years ago, a small company started lending money to consumers, and household finance was born. From the beginning, we've treated our customers with a concern for their needs and a belief that at HFC we really do help people get the most out of life. HFC, an equal opportunity lender.
Come on into HFC.
Some celebrities are the talk of the town, but there's one celebrity that will be the talk at your table. Celebrity sliced Polish ham. Celebrity's the most talked about ham, famed for its superbly lean quality and succulent flavor. The ham that has won more honors for honest-to-goodness quality than any other. Look for the name Celebrity on the package. Go home with a celebrity from your supermarket and grab the family spotlight. Celebrity sliced Polish ham, it's got to be something special. What's for dinner? On a chilly fall night, ShopRite has the answer at the deli place. It's taste-tempting celebrity ham, so easy to prepare, so delicious, served hot or cold. Just right for a super cool weather meal. A meal for a whole family will enjoy. So visit ShopRite's deli place today and pick up a package of celebrity ham. Celebrate it for goodness and value. You'll find lots of other good things, too, at ShopRite's deli place. Okay, it'll be Roy White leading off things here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The score here at Yankee Stadium in the Big Apple, the Royals 2, the Yankees 1. This is the 3rd game of the American League Championship Series. Going into today's action, all tied up at 1 apiece.
No,
Phil?
it's not. Oh, yes. The series. You scared me. I thought you meant the game. Oh. All right, the Royals do lead 2-1. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Roy White, who bounced into a double play his first time up, takes a pitch low, ball 1. Split off winds, and the pitch bounced high, but grabbed by George Brett. His throw in time, and there's 1 out. Roy White almost bounced it over the head of George Brett. Right now, let's pause 5 seconds for station identification on the New York Yankee Radio Network.
66 degrees and variably cloudy at 4:31. This is WINS, New York.
The Yankee captain, Thurman Munson, will be the batter. Thurman has not started to sting that ball in the series as yet. He has been about 11 times with 1 base hit. 1 out, nobody on. Royals 2 runs on 5 hits. The Yankees 1 run on 2 hits. All the runs coming as a result of homers. Pitch to Thurman, foul back on the screen, strike 1. 2 homers by George Brett of the Royals and 1 by the King of October, Reggie Jackson. What is it in the month of October that happens to Jackson, Fran Healy?
I don't know. Of course, the adrenaline starts flowing. He's used to success in the fall, and I'm sure he wants some more.
Bounce to third, fair ball, that could be extra bases. Munson around first, digging for second, he'll be in with a double right over the bag. It was not hit hard, but right over the bag down the left field line. Thurman Munson gets himself a double.
Phil, when I used to catch Splittorff, the pitcher that Thurman used to like to hit off of was Paul Splittorff. Right there, the ball down and in. Thurman drilled it down the left field line. George Brett, a great attempt, could not get the ball. The ball went down, stopped by the wall. Left fielder Clint Hurdle and Freddy Potteck had to chase the ball down. Thurman Munson on second base with a double. There's one out. It's the bottom of the fourth inning, and Reggie Jackson steps in.
All right, Reggie hit a home run right over the 353-foot sign his first time up. Oh, the Yankee fans coming to life. On deck, Lou Piniella. Here's the stretch by Splittorff. The pitch to Reggie. Check swing foul. Beginning the upper deck, out of play. Slider by Splittorff, and Reggie undecided. Royals 2, Yankees 1, bottom of the fourth. But the Yankees with a threat going here. Munson at second with one out. Splittorff sets. And there's a line drive, base hit left field. That'll tie it up. Munson scores easily. And Reggie Jackson, who is unbelievable in playoffs and World Series, Fran Healy reached out and just popped that ball by Potteck.
Yes, he did, Phil. In fact, Reggie Jackson really pulled off the ball. I have to believe he was thinking inside because the home run he hit off of Splittorff was an outside pitch. You have to think the pitcher will come inside. They like to pitch Jackson here, but Splittorff stayed outside. Jackson made his initial move, was able to keep the bat back in hitting position, and then slapped the ball into left field.
All right, Reggie Jackson at first base. Lou Piniella fly to right field his first time up. Time is called as some streamers were thrown out in right field, picked up by the umpire down the right field line, Rich Garcia. Reggie Jackson now has 5 runs batted in these playoffs. Splittorff sets. Pitch to Piniella, low, ball one. Nice grab by Darrell Porter. Pete Lecoq holding first against Jackson. On deck, Greg Nettles. The Yankees have tied it up 2-2. Low one outside to Piniella. 2-0.
And Phil, in the Kansas City Royal bullpen, the big fella from New Hampshire, Rich Gale.
All right, the outfield straight away on Piniella as Splittorff kicks, delivers, line to left. That's going to be in for extra bases. And Jackson around second. Then holds Piniella. Is going to be picked off first. No, bad throw. Holy cow! Potteck threw the ball into this grandstand. Jackson will score, and Piniella will be allowed to go to third. Reggie Jackson had stopped at second, was trying to hold Piniella up, but Lou had his head down, and Potteck could have picked Piniella up first, but threw it into the seats, and the Yankees lead at 3-2.
And Phil, Lou Piniella thought double all the way. He broke out of the batter's box, full speed. Reggie Jackson rounded second base. He had the ball in front of him. He did not have to rely on the third base coach. He decided he could not make it. He put his hand up and tried to stop Lou Piniella, realized Piniella was trapped. He decided to go back to second base. When Potteck threw the ball, he broke the third. Potteck had most of his errors this year, throwing errors, and he threw the ball into the seats.
All right, Greg Nettles the batter with Piniella at third, inside to Nettles. The Yankees lead 3-2 on a big, big break right there. I tell you, Hurdle did a fine job getting to that ball. That looked like a cinch double all the way. Swing and a miss. Actually, foul tipped it into the glove of Darrell Porter. It's 1-1. The Royals have the infield in. Piniella at third, and the Yankees with a chance to add to their lead. On deck, Chris Chambliss. The kick. And the pitch, a high fly, not too deep left. It might be deep enough. Piniella's tagging. Hurdle makes the catch. Piniella's coming. The throw. He slides, and he's safe. was on home plate, and I don't see how Luciano called him out. We got to look at that again on the instant replay. Oh, Piniella is arguing. He's laying down on the ground. We're watching it now on the instant replay. Piniella's foot on a slide has got to beat the tag. Oh, absolutely. He's coming over. Now the foot is on home plate, and then he tags him. Oh, Piniella on the ground, pounding the ground. 2 runs for the Yankees, and the score at the end of 4, the Yankees 3 and the Royals 2.
I've got miles to go today. Got a bale and haul some hay.
Gotta go downtown to shop. First I've got to make a stop.
Gotta get to work by 9. Hope the car pulls right on time.
Gotta drop the children off. But first I've got to stop that dog. People all kinds of people. More than a million a day. Keep their lives moving on by making a stop along the way. And don't the stop that keeps America going.
Every day, over 1 million people stop at Gulf for high-quality gasolines and motor oils formulated by Gulf for top efficiency to help your engine last. Going somewhere? Remember, use your fuel wisely. And when it's time, stop at Gulf.
Wherever you may roam, you'll find our name is known. You can trust the Delco. Delco? Delco Freedom Battery.
The Delco Freedom Battery is truly maintenance-free. It never needs water, so the power is sealed in. Get freedom. You'll say, thanks, Delco.
You're welcome.
They've got the stuff when the start is tough. You can trust the Delco. Thanks, Delco. Delco Freedom Battery. Delco, thanks, Delco.
Hey, George Brett, who homered his first 2 times up today, will lead it off here in the top of the 5th inning. Of course, the roar in the background, the crowd responding to Lou Piniella as he put on quite a demonstration going out to right field. Phil?
All right, George Brett has been up twice, homered twice. He was at bat when Potteck was thrown out. And Hunter's pitch is in there, strike 1 call. Yankees lead it 3-2, top of the 5th. Left-hand hitting George Brett. Catfish delivers, hit deep to right field again. That ball is gone. 3 home runs in 3 times at bat for George Brett. And the ball game is tied up 3-3. Holy cow.
Phil, I said it the last inning. I'm going to say it again. When there's a hitter as hot as Brett was his first 2 times up, you have to be extremely careful. The secret to hitting is relaxation. When you have 2 home runs your first 2 times up, you are completely relaxed at home plate. Once again, the ball out over the plate. Brett went out after the ball and raked the line drive into the bleachers here at Yankee Stadium.
Unbelievable. 3 for 3 in all home runs. Hal Mcrae fouls it off in the upper deck, strike 1. George Brett has got the stroke today, an upper deck job. 1 over the dead center field fence and 1 in the right field seats lower deck. Deep to center field. Paul Blair going back, turning now, and makes the catch. 1 away.
And the Yankee bullpen, left-hander Paul Lindblad and right-hander Kenny Clay.
No Catfish.
Right leg's up. His knees on the plate.
Amos Otis, the batter. Otis has singled and stolen a base. His 4th of this playoff series. That ties a record. Breaks the American League record for stolen bases in playoff competition. And Joe Morgan had 4 with Cincinnati. The pitch to Otis. Swing and a miss, strike 1. One out. A 3-3 ball game. And George Brett has been the villain in this game so far. Homered in the 1st, 3rd, and 5th innings. Time is called while Otis gets set. The 1-strike pitch, fouled back on the screen, strike 2. On deck, Darryl Porter. Otis takes a lot of time, adjusts the golf glove, and Hunter delivers, just missed the inside corner, a ball and 2 strikes. Otis likes that ball over the plate or away from the plate. And the pitch, that one way outside. The count is even at 2-2. We're on the top of the 5th, tied at 3. The 2-2 delivery, swing and a miss, strike 3 on a breaking pitch. 3rd strikeout for Catfish. With 2 out, the batter, Darryl Porter. Flied into a double play, a great throw by Rivers in the 1st inning, and double to right center field on another controversial call in the 3rd inning. A play that Mickey Rivers seemed to have caught on a fly before it hit the ground. Porter takes the pitch low, ball 1.
Phil, George Brett's 3 home runs today are a new American League Championship Series playoff record.
I would think so.
In one game.
Absolutely. Breaking pitch is over, 1-1.
Is that right?
That's right. Yeah. Especially the first 3 times up. A ball and a strike. And a bouncing ball at first base. Chambliss up with it. Races to the bag for the unassisted putout. But the Royals tie it up on Brett's 3rd home run in this ball game, and at the end of 4.5, Kansas City 3 and the Yankees 3.
George Keogh, Chemical Bank Branch Manager, 621 Bay Street, Staten Island.
Joyce Pyle, Chemical Bank Branch Manager, 2730 Coney Island Avenue, Brooklyn.
Miguel Rosario, Chemical Bank Branch Manager, 566 8th Avenue, New York.
Tom Mello.
These are the elements that are going to make the chemistry just right for you at Chemical.
Judy Ferdinand, Branch Manager, Madison Avenue and 84th Street, New York.
There are 250 of them. They're our branch managers. And they're our branch managers not just because they all know their banking, but because each and every one of them knows his or her branch and the special chemistry of the neighborhood it's in. And because each and every one of them makes sure that his or her branch reflects that chemistry. That might mean staying open a little later, or putting on extra help on busy days, or approving loans without the usual red tape, or just greeting people by name.
Ben Louie, Chemical Bank Branch Manager, 180 Canal Street, Chinatown.
Our 250 branch managers, the elements that are going to make the chemistry just right for you at Chemical. Member FDIC.
Rickle has it all. Everything you need for your home or car at great savings. Right now, during the Rickle Fall Super Sale, you'll save 30% on each gallon of all-season windshield washer solvent. Regularly 99 cents per gallon, now just 69 cents per gallon. It's pre-mixed, ready to pour, and cleans ice, road film, and salt. It's just one of the many values you'll find at the Rickle Fall Super Sale. Stop in, pick up your circular, and save. Okay, it'll be the first baseman for the New York Yankees, Chris Chambliss, leading it off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The score tied. The Royals 3, the Yankees 3. Phil?
All right, and the slider is outside to Chris. Ball 1. Chambliss bounced to second, his only time up in this game. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Outfield straight away on Chris. And he takes a fastball down low, 2-0. Paul Splitoff on the mound. His 2-0 delivery is hit high in the air to right field, but Collins is there and makes the catch, 1 away. Chris just got under that ball a bit. That'll bring up Chicken Stanley. Fred has struck out his first time up. Couldn't check his swing on a bad pitch. And on deck, Bucky Dent. Royals have 3 runs on 6 hits. A costly error. The Yankees 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors. And Stanley fouls the first pitch back on the screen, strike 1.
Well, this is always tough for a guy like Fred Stanley to go into a ball game not playing regularly. Now finds himself in some big ball games. Never feel comfortable at the plate and not that comfortable in the field.
It's a tough job, but they got to be ready. That's inside, 1-1. George Brett playing even with the bag at third. The outfield has moved in a few steps now on Stanley. And that's inside, 2-1. Yankees won the first game out in Kansas City. The Royals the second. This one tied up, and that's in there. Strike 2 called. Took a little bit off that pitch. Count is even at 2-2. Split off back in a hurry, and he checked his swing, but it's strike 3. Ron Luciano said it had part of the plate. The only 2 strikeouts that split off has in the ball game. Fred Stanley in the third and here in the fifth, and now Bucky Dent will fly to right his first time up. First pitch to Bucky, high fly. Should be easy. Hurdle calling for it in left field. One hands it, and the Yankees get down in order. And at the end of 5 full innings, Kansas City 3 and the Yankees 3.
The day is done. Coming home. It's time to let it go. It's the moment to unwind. Welcome home. So just say bud. Say bud. And pour the king of beers and settle back and please yourself. No matter what you do, no matter when or where, you know a glass of bud is like an easy chair when you say Budweiser.
Let me tell you, friend, settling back with a long day behind you and a cold bud in front of you, man, that's living. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis.
Listening to the game just isn't the same as being there. The special magic a hot summer's day and an even hotter Yankee Stadium crowd give to the game, well, it's just missing. So do something about it. Grab a Yankee Frank, because Yankee Franks have the taste that takes you out to the ball game, even when you're listening at home. Bite into one. Feel like cheering? Go ahead. The crowd won't mind. Yankees Franks. Colonial makes it.
66 degrees, invariably cloudy at 4:50 WINS 1010 New York. The top stories right now: ERA ratification extension gets Senate approval. The White House says President Carter and Soviet President Brezhnev are in contact on the deteriorating situation in Lebanon. The nation's unemployment rate edged up to 6% in September. Bernard Bergman is out of prison after 8 months.
Top of the 6th, Pete Lecoq steps in to face Jim Catfish Hunter to score here in Yankee Stadium. All tied, 3 apiece. The Yankees with 5 hits, the Royals with 6. Phil?
All right, Lecoq has doubled a right center and walked in this ball game. Catfish Hunter. And Cat's first pitch is over the outside corner, strike 1 call. Catfish has had no problem at all with the right-hand batters, and most of the others, just Brett, Lecoq, and Otis with an infield hit. He has given up 5 hits, but the 3 home runs to Brett have this game tied up. 1-1 to Lecoq. The pitch, he reaches out and slaps it foul. Back out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch by Catfish, hit straight away center field deep. Blair way back, and runs into the wall. And Blair's going to have to hurry. Lecoq's trying for 3. The throw, not in time, and Lecoq is in with a triple. Paul Blair almost came up with a tremendous catch there. A line drive over his head. It hit the center field wall.
And Phil, once again, Blair gets a great jump on the ball, breaks all the way back to the wall. looking over his shoulder, puts the glove up. It looked like the ball just, no, it didn't hit the glove. It hit right off the wall, bounced back towards center field. Lou Piniella went over. Blair had to pick it up and try to throw Lecoq out at third base. And the Goose is up in the Yankee bullpen right now.
All right, Clint Hurdle, fly to center, struck out. The infield is in now for the Yankees. Lecoq at third with nobody out. Left-hand hitting Clint Hurdle. Swings and misses, strike one. Ball game tied 3-3. We're in the top of the sixth. Just missed 1-1. The Royals have 7 hits. 6 of them have been extra base hits. 3 homers, 2 doubles, and a triple. Infield hit by Otis. Pulled foul. Just barely. Almost got Bill Kunkel, the first base umpire. Piniella picks it up, flips it back. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Hurdle. So the Goose is up a little earlier in the game than he would like. The 1-2 pitch. Struck him out on a beautiful off-speed pitch. Second time he's gotten Hurdle, his 4th strikeout. And now there's 1 out. The infield will remain in, and the batter Al Cowens. Cowens bounced to third in a similar situation with a runner at third and 1 out. They held the runner at third, and Nettles threw him out, and then he lined to center field. Blair making a beautiful shoestring catch. And Hunter's got to keep Cowens on the infield. The pitch to Cowens. Hit his bat, and Hunter gets a no. Stanley's got it. Throws him out, and the runner stays at third. As Cowens tried to check his swing, he hit a little slow roller that it looked like Hunter had grabbed with his glove, went right under his glove. Stanley alertly picked it up, saw that the runner was not going through to Chambliss. There are 2 out, and Lecoq still remains at third. Big break for the Yankees there. The batter, Freddy Potteck, who has popped to second and walked. The infield moves back now. Hunter's got to bear down to get out of this jam. And wouldn't that be something? Runner at third, nobody out. Now there's a runner at third, 2 out. Foul upstairs, out of play, strike 1. The bearded Freddy Potteck. Catfish Hunter gets a sign from Munson. And a foul just below a strike 2. Hunter goes to the Rosenberg as the Yankee fans come alive. Lecoq leads off third. Hunter winds and is just outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Frank White on deck. Potteck back in the batter's box. Catfish ready. His pitch struck him out. Holy cow! Catfish Hunter, what an inning he had there. Runner at third, nobody out, and he left them stranded. No runs, a hit, no errors, a man left. At the end of 5.5, the Royals 3 and the Yankees 3.
Say, what's another name for action, Bill?
Oh, that's easy, Frank. Yoo-hoo.
Right, Yoo-hoo chocolate drink.
And Yoo-hoo keeps your action up.
And it's got a super chocolate taste. Rich chocolatey chocolate.
Great frosty refreshment.
Best of all, Yoo-hoo's made with nourishing low-fat milk. Ordinary soft drinks are made with water. Yoo-hoo adds milk.
And that's what makes Yoo-hoo better.
Like Yogi says, if you like chocolate, you're gonna love Yoo-hoo.
Try Yoo-hoo chocolate drink from Iroquois Brands.
Yoo-hoo, the action drink for action people.
Hand-picked geese from Europe's great preserves are flown in daily. The October beers have been tapped. The Victor Herbert strings are delicately tuned. The Umpha band's lederhosen are in place. It's time for the annual Oktoberfest at Luchow's, New York's 96-year-old dining landmark. The great Luchow's dining halls are filled nightly with sounds of feasting and merriment, the tinkling of beer steins, and the joyous sounds of music of the gentle strings and lusty Umpha band. In addition to the classic Oktoberfest dishes, the full traditional luchao menu is available. Choose a 7-course dinner at only $9.95 or drop in after theater for our lingonberry pancake. Luchau's has 3 opulent private rooms. Plan an Oktoberfest party at Luchau's and perhaps you'll hear the echoes of Diamond Jim Brady whispering sweet nothings to Lillian Russell. Call Mr. Paul at 477-4860 for reservations. That's 477-4860. Luchau's, a way of life for 96 years, is located at 110 East 14th Street, and there's free valet parking at dinner.
All right, we're going to look at that again. No, we are, but you're not. But Paul Blair, leading off, hit the first pitch to the shortstop, Freddy Potteck, who threw him out. Those lingonberry pancakes are delicious, but it takes too long to say lingonberry. But they are. All right, Roy White has hit into a double play and bounced to third. We're all tied 3-3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Splitoff's pitch outside, ball 1. On deck, Thurman Munson. White 0 for 2 in the ball game. Change up outside, ball 2, 2-0. Splitoff has not walked anybody. The 2-0 pitch on the outside corner, 2-1.
The 2-1 pitch to Roy White. Swung on, base hit into left field. Picked up by Clint Hurdle, thrown into George Brett, who acts as the cutoff man, and Roy White's on first base with a single. Paul Splitoff, an off-speed breaking ball to Roy White. Roy White goes down and slashed that ball into left field, out of the reach of the little Freddy Potteck.
All right, Fran Healy, thanks for covering up. I had to take a couple aspirin there. I got some headache. I'm yelling too much. Yelling too much.
Yelling headache. That's a first.
Yeah, it is, but that's what I got. And here's Thurman Munson, who flied to center, double to left to start the Yankee 2-run rally in the 4th. Thurman has scored a run in this game. So Roy White, the veteran, at first base with 1 out. We're all tied at 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Splitoff sets. The pitch to Munson, outside, ball 1. On deck, Reggie Jackson, who has been hot as a pistol. White leads away. The pitch to Thurman, right down the middle. Munson taking all the way on that one.
Still in the Royal bullpen now, throwing Doug Bird, the right-hander, and Steve Mingori, the left-hander.
All right, we'll probably see both bullpens very active from here on out. We're in the bottom of the 6th. 1-1 the count, 1 out. There goes White. Munson lines one in the right field corner, but it goes foul. A perfect hit and run, but a little late on the swing. And we'll pause 5 seconds for station identification on the New York Yankee Radio Network.
66 degrees and variably cloudy at 5 o'clock. This is WINS New York.
Okay, we're back, and Thurman Munson steps back in as Scooter takes another buffering.
We got to give them all equal time.
Right.
Aspirin, Buffer, and Anderson, Tylenol. The 1-2 pitch inside, almost hit Thurman. 2-2. 1 man out in the bottom of the 6th. I think the Yankees and the Royals have played the most exciting playoff games in the history of the playoffs. White leads away. All right, Fran, the pitch hit in the left center field. That ball's going to be in for a base hit. Hurdle can't get it. White is going to third. Munson stops at first. A long single as Hurdle dove for that ball that went by him. Roy White at third base. Munson at first, and here's that man up again, Reggie Jackson. You know, Fran, Thurman did not hit that ball hard.
No, he didn't, Phil. And I think that Thurman was looking at Clint Hurdle to find out if he was going to make a play on that ball.
Said he hit it in a perfect spot. He couldn't have placed it any better. So Munson at first, White at third. Reggie Jackson, who is homered and singled, scored twice and driven in 2 runs the batter. All the runners lead at first and third. Split off kicks. The pitch hit deep to center. Way back, way back. And Otis makes a great one-hand catch against the wall, but White tags and scores easily, and the Yankees lead 4-3. Holy cow, Reggie Jackson pinned Amos Otis against the 417-foot sign in dead center field. A great play by Otis, but a great clutch sacrifice fly by Jackson.
Phil, once again, Splittorff goes out over the plate with the ball, does not try to come in on Jackson. I'm sure Splittorff is concerned with the short porch here in Yankee Stadium, but Jackson drilled the ball deep to center field. Amos Otis, who can play that deep center field position and go back very well on the ball, made a fine play.
All right. Jackson is really unbelievable in playoffs and World Series. It's almost like Prince Valiant and his magic sword.
Prince Valiant.
Only Reggie has a magic bat. Pinella the batter. 2 out. Munson at first. Pitch to Lou. Line to right center. That's a base hit. Cow is over. Backhands the ball. Munson will go to third. Pinella on at first. And the Yankees continuing the onslaught. Oh, boy. Sweet Lou went with that one beautifully. Right up the alley in right center, and if Cowens had not been that fast, Fran, I would have rolled to the wall.
This is true, Phil. Cowens, a very good ball player. Having an off year this year, has had ligament trouble in his right knee. Did not get to the ball as quickly as he usually would. He made a nice play in the ball, got the ball into second base. Freddy Herzog, the manager of the Kansas City Royals, now walking out to the mound. There'll be a break in the action right now with the score of the Yankees 4, the Royals 3.
This is Mel Allen. You know, if pitchers like Hunter and Guidry and Lyle want to see someone with a really great delivery, they ought to pick up a phone and call Emery. By the way, not only is Emery's delivery great, they also make quick pickups, even on the telephone. Emery, the Air Force and Air Freight.
Amos Otis over talking with the right fielder, Al Cowens, I'm sure checking on Cowens' right knee. Freddy Herzog's back in the dugout. Paul Splittorff toes the rubber. The Yankees with runners on the corner, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th inning, the score, Yankees 4, Royals 3.
Nettles bounces one to Lukaku, grabs it, will touch the bag for the 3rd out. But the Yankees pick up a big, big run on 3 base hits and Jackson's sacrifice fly. And at the end of 6, it's the Yankees 4 and the Royals 3.
Down, 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 down. Under your hood, if it's running good, there's a motor in the place where the motor goes. And in the motor, there's 4, 6, or 8 little holes where something that's called a spark plug goes. And that's what makes the motor run good under the hood. If the plugs you use are champions. Because champions do what you want them to do. When you turn on the key, they're waiting on you. So if you've got 4, 6, or 8 little holes where the spark plug goes, buy a better plug than champions. We got a plug brand. Give you better mileage and performance too. So if you've got 4, 6, or 8 little holes where the spark plug goes, buy a better plug than champions. You can buy a better plug than champions.
Hey, Frank, let's talk about Reggie.
Well, Bill, the man's great. He had 5 home runs and 1 World Series.
Frank?
He set 9 new records.
No, Frank.
Yes, he did, and he tied 4 others.
No, Frank, I meant let's talk about Reggie, the new candy hit. You've only got 44 of them in your pocket.
Oh, you mean this, Reggie? Well, they're great, too. I love that chewy caramel, those crunchy peanuts, that smooth chocolatey coating.
But, Frank, 44 of them?
Why not? If they're good enough to be named after Reggie Jackson, they're good enough for me.
Too good, Frank.
Okay, the Goose is in relief of Jim Catfish Hunter. Hunter leads the ball game after allowing 3 runs, 7 hits to the Kansas City Royals. The 3 runs, George Brett had 3 solo shots, and I mean hit the ball very well. So it'll be the Goose. And the score here at Yankee Stadium in the Big Apple. The Yankees 4, the Royals 3. It's the Yankees 4 runs on 8 hits and no errors. It's the Royals 3 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. Reggie Jackson's 3 RBIs today gives him a record in playoff competition. He now has 16 RBIs. The record was held by Tony Perez. Going into today's action, he was tied with Jackson. Perez had 13. And right now, joining us in the booth, a run producer himself, Mr. Frank Messer.
Okay, Fran Healy, thank you very much, and good afternoon, everybody, wherever you might be listening to New York Yankee baseball. Greg White will be the leadoff batter for the Kansas City Royals, to be followed by George Brett and Hal Mcrae. When Brett comes up, we'll all be holding our breath to see what he does against Goose Gossage after hitting 3 consecutive home runs off Hunter. White fouls the first pitch back, strike 1. Against Catfish, White bounced back to the mound and flied to left field. Yankees lead 4-3. Gossage winds and delivers. Line drive down the right field line, foul ball. Gossage tugs at the cap. White has stepped out. Now the right-hand hitter back in again. Pitch to him. Got him on the fist. He popped it up. On the left side of the diamond, Bucky Dent, the shortstop, is calling for it, and he makes the catch, 1 away.
And now 20 seconds for our local stations to identify themselves.
66 degrees and sunny at 5:08. WINS 1010 New York. The top stories right now. The Senate passes the ERA extension. New York Times agrees to give more job opportunities to women. Louis Robertson gets 15 years to life for last year's bus hijack murders. Postal chief accuses department of getting back at strikers.
All right, Brett is in there and takes the ball inside. Brett has homered 3 times in this game. Gossage pitches in for a called strike, and it's 1-1.
And Frank, it makes no difference to George Brett who is pitching, whether he's right-handed or left-hander or what kind of velocity he has. Brett is a good hitter.
He swings and he misses. He was going for the tying run with that swing. He could lay back on Hunter, but he cannot afford to lay back that much on Gossage. He's going to have to hurry his swing a little bit more. The windup, the 1-2 pitch. And it's hit in the air to right center field. Blair is chasing and makes the catch back near the warning track. Brett gave that one a long ride, but Blair ran it down in right center field. 2 out.
It's a sign of success, Frank. Today, if you can keep George Brett in the ballpark, he did not hit the ball that bad right there. Paul Blair made a nice catch going to his left.
Hal Mcrae is the batter. Right-hand hitter 0 for 3. And he lines one down toward the right field corner, slicing foul. Hal Mcrae, a notorious opposite field hitter. So far this afternoon, he has flied to right, been called out on strikes, and flied to center. Stands way away from the plate. Gossage pumps and deals, and another back toward the mound. Gossage picks it up, throws to first. He's out in a close play, and that retires the side in order. At the end of 6.5, it's the Yankees 4, Kansas City 3.
Brings over 1 million people a day to Gulf? Consistent high-quality gasolines and motor oils, formulated by Gulf for top efficiency to help your engine last. Going somewhere? Remember, use your fuel wisely, and when it's time, stop at Gulf.
Spruce up your home for less at the Rickle Falls Super Sale. Right now, you'll save $4 on every gallon of Rickle semi-flat latex 1 paint. Rickle regularly $11.99 per gallon, now just $7.99 per gallon. Rickle 1 paint combines the durability of enamel with the low luster of flat paint, and it's guaranteed to cover walls, woodwork, and ceilings in just 1 coat. So stop into the Rickle Falls Super Sale, pick up your circular, and take a good look around, because Rickle has it all.
Chris Chambliss leads off the bottom half of the seventh and takes a breaking ball for a strike from the right-hander, from the left-hander split off. Chris has grounded out and flied out. Next pitch to him, down low this time, and it's 1-1. Yankees are leading 4-3 in this pivotal game of the series. That's 3 out of 5. 1-1 delivery. Hit in the air to left center field, but the left fielder Hurdle, playing him over that way, settles under it and one-hands it. 1 out. And now Fred Stanley, who has been up twice and struck out twice. Boy, Chambliss, I didn't often show too much emotion, but a little bit upset threw his batting helmet as he went back toward the dugout. A little bit unusual, as Chambliss very calm mostly. First pitch to Stanley, lined out toward left field. Hurdle is going back into his left and catches this one. I'll tell you, Fran Healy, the youngster out there in left has done a good job, I think, this afternoon, considering the sunshine here in his eyes and the unfamiliarity of the ballpark.
Good point, Frank. I also feel he's done a good job since they have played with his confidence all year. They've had him in and out of the lineup. They criticized his hitting early in the year. Later in the year, they criticized his fielding. He's done an excellent job. He's had a lot of pressure on him all season.
2 outs, Bucky Dent, the batter. And he hits one in the air to left field, and Hurdle has his third chance of the inning. He's under it. One-hand catch to retire the side at the end of 7. New York 4, Kansas City 3.
Get a piece of the action. Get Yoo-Hoo, Yoo-Hoo, Yoo-Hoo chocolate action drink.
If you're getting bored with ordinary soft drinks, put a little Yoo-Hoo in your life. Best tasting soft drink ever. Creamy, smooth, super chocolate flavor. Yoo-Hoo's unbelievably delicious.
Get a piece of the action. Get Yoo-Hoo, Yoo-Hoo, Yoo-Hoo chocolate action drink.
And Yoo-Hoo is today's best soft drink value. Ordinary soft drinks are made with water. Yoo-Hoo adds nourishing low-fat milk. Milk costs more than water. That's what makes Yoo-Hoo better. And Yoo-Hoo's non-carbonated. Instead of filling you up, keeps your action up. Great with snacks, too.
Get a piece of the action. Get Yoo-Hoo chocolate action drink.
Yoo-Hoo is Yogi Berra's favorite action drink, the chocolate drink of champions. And Yoo-Hoo's today's best soft drink value. Get Yoo-Hoo from Iroquois Brands.
Hey, how about a bacon that cooks up crisp and lean every time you put it in the skillet? Great bacon. Great special cut bacon by Colonial. Special cut from the best part of the bacon for leanness and great taste. That's how Colonial makes sure that every time you get special cut bacon, you'll be serving the kind of quality and hearty flavor families love bacon for. So Sunday morning or any morning, serve the bacon that's always great. Special cut bacon. Cut from where the bacon is best so it tastes best. Colonial makes it.
The Royals call him A.O., and he'll lead it off here in the top of the 8th inning. Amos Otis, the center fielder. The score here in New York, the Yankees 4, the Royals 3. Otis will be followed by the catcher, Darryl Porter, and then the first baseman, Pete LaCotte. Frank?
All right, Fran, he singled on the infield in the first inning, stole a base, walked in the third, and struck out in the 5th. Amos Otis, right-hand batter, led the Royals in homers and runs batted in during the regular year and in average, when he hit .298 with 22 homers and 96 RBIs. Here's a right-hand hitter, and they play him to the opposite field. The first pitch, strike called on the outside corner. Gossage deals, swing and a miss, and Otis was trying to tie it up with one swing.
Frank, Otis does something mechanically right at the plate that everybody talks about, but he's very successful doing it. He walks around in the batter's box. He moves both feet. Usually you keep that back foot planted, but over his career, Otis has gotten away with this and has been very productive offensively.
It's
was played upwards in September, moving from 5 points.
Foul back. Got a big rip again. One-hand swing, as is taught, strangely enough, by Charlie Lau, the hitting instructor on this club. I've always been told to keep both hands on the bat, but you can't argue with success.
This is the truth. The secret to a hitting instructor is to recognize the obvious.
0-2 pitch. Line out toward right field. Pinella is after it and can't get it. He knocks the ball down toward the corner, and Otis will go for two. I don't know where Pinella is now. He comes out with the ball. Had trouble getting a hold of that one. Somewhere down there in the corner. It kicked off Pinella and bounced. He tried to knock it down after he missed the shoestring attempt, but it got by him into the obscure right field corner here at the stadium for a two-base hit. That is the first hit off of Gussage after 6 men had been retired in a row. Cat got 3 straight after Lecoq led off the 6th with a triple, and Goose got the man in order in the 7th. Left hand hitting Darrell Porter drills a base hit into left, and that will tie the game. Here comes Otis, and he scores. It's 4-4. Looked like Porter was almost handcuffed on that swing, but still powered it out into left field, Fred.
Yes, he was, Frank. Porter very strong, and Gossage got the fastball in his kitchen. It was a tough ball, but he fought the ball off. Very strong swing from Darrell Porter. Got the ball into left field to drive in Amos Otis.
So Kansas City is tied at 4-4 here in the 8th. Catfish Hunter will go to no decision in this ball game. Pete Lecoq, the batter. Left-hand hitter, is doubled, walked, and tripled. Takes Ian outside. Lecoq has pulled both his base hits, one to right center and the other one to almost straightaway center field, just to the right side of dead center. Runner at first, nobody out. He swings and misses. He was way late on that swing. Looked like the ball was in Munson's mitt when he swung the bat over the plate.
Frank, I'm sure the book on Pete Lecoq is throwing that hard stuff inside. He does hit the ball most of the time to left field.
Next pitch to him, fouled out of play on the left side. Lecoq is a definite opposite field hitter. However, here at Yankee Stadium, he seems to change his style. I remember he won a ball game for the Royals earlier this year when he pulled a home run on, what, a curveball, hanging curve for him?
Off-speed breaking ball.
From Figueroa, and then he's pulled both hits today. Next pitch, swing, and a miss, struck him out.
And Frank, if he got an off-speed breaking ball from the Goose, I think we all better go home, because Goose likes to throw that heat.
If Goose threw him an off-speed pitch, he'd go home. Donate his feathers to somebody's quilt. One out, a runner at first. We're tied 4-4. And the first pitch now to Clint Hurdle is swung on and missed. Hurdle quite similar to Lecoq in that he will go to left field more than he will pull the ball. 0-1 pitch outside. 1-1. Hunter struck Hurdle out twice and got him on a fly ball to Sutter. Struck him out with a runner at third and nobody out in the 6th inning. 1-1 deal. Fouled out of play on the left side.
Frank,
excuse me, go ahead, Brent.
Excuse me, I understand that when Hurdle first joined the Royals in spring training, they fooled with his swing, tried to change him around. I was a little bit surprised. He was a 300 hitter last year. Hit the ball very well in winter ball.
I think you got to leave him alone for a year or two, and then if he doesn't hit, then try to change him maybe. He takes a pitch just outside, 2-2.
That's a good point. I mentioned earlier the importance of a hitting instructor in knowing the obvious or recognizing the obvious. For example, pulling your head or pulling off the ball because you're throwing that front shoulder out.
2-2 pitch, foul back. Well, I tell you, you hit 300 in the minor leagues. I don't care what league it is. You're not pulling off that ball or you're not pulling your head too much.
That's right.
I mean, you bring a man up because he's hit 300 down there, then why to change it? Try to change him. He hits this one out to right center field. That's going to be in for a base hit. Paul Blair cuts it off in the gap, throws into second base as the runner, Porter, goes to third. And the Royals are sort of tattooing on Gussage right now. Their third hit of the inning. The go-ahead run at third, a runner at first, and only one out.
Right now, the Royals will send the very speedy, probably the fastest runner in the American League, although it'd be a good race between Willie Wilson and Mickey Rivers. Willie Wilson out there running now for the Royals, and he will go to left field to replace Clint Hurdle.
I might take Ron Guidry against both of them.
Good point. Guidry can run also, so be a good race.
So Willie Wilson from over in Summit, New Jersey, goes down to first base to run for Hurdle, and Wilson will probably stay in the ball game to play left field. And Gossage will pitch to Al Collins, who is 0 for 3. Runners first and third. And the pitch. Bouncing ball is short. Dent has to back off. Has it. Throws to second. They'll get no double play, and the run scores. That came out with a wicked hop, and Dent, who wanted to play the short hop, could not. He had to back off, take the high hop, could not get a double play, and the run scores. The Royals lead 5-4.
And Frank Bucky Dent made a fine play on the ball just to get one. He was very lucky to get the one run of the ball. Like you said, a wicked hop drove him back on his heels. Then still quick enough to get his balance and flip to the second baseman, Fred Stanley.
So there are 2 down. Collins out at first base, having driven in the go-ahead run, and Fred Potteck, the batter, 0 for 2 with a walk. And the pitch is down low and gets away from Munson, and on to second base goes Collins. A low fastball, and we'll see what the official score will rule.
And Frank, very tough to catch a guy like Rich Gossage. Gossage just rears back and throws that heat. Does not have a particular location.
1-0 pitch is coming and fouled out of play down the right side. A passed ball has been charged to Thurman Munson. Pass ball charged to Munson. Moving Collins to second. 1-1 on Potteck. Royals lead 5-4. We're in the 8th inning. The goose to the belt, the pitch coming, and it's bounced back over the mound, over second base. Dent's got it, the throw to first, he's out! And the side is retired. But the Royals score 2 runs on 3 hits and leave a man on at the end of 7.5. It's Kansas City 5, the Yankees 4.
Greenwich Village, with its windy little streets and coffee houses and jazz. It has a chemistry all its own.
It's definitely not the Upper East Side with its high-rise houses and high-rise prices. It, too, has a chemistry all its own.
Not at all like the chemistry in Harlem with its soul music and soul food and just plain soul.
Or like the chemistry of Wall Street, where you can't find a soul after 7 p.m.
The fact is that in New York, whether it's the Village, the East Side, West Side, Uptown, or down, every community has a rhythm all its own, a special beat, a chemistry. And Chemical Bank is part of that chemistry. That's why many chemical branches reflect the hours of the neighborhood they're in, and why every chemical branch manager makes it his business to find out what makes the people tick, so his branch can truly reflect that chemistry. Because every place in New York has a chemistry all its own.
Like Little Italy.
East Side, West Side, all around the town, the chemistry's just right at Chemical. Member FDIC.
Don't send your foreign car into exile. Come to AMCO Transmissions. We have a thorough understanding of foreign cars. In fact, AMCO expertise has reunited more owners with their foreign cars than any other transmission specialist. At AMCO, we'll put you and your car back together again.
Hey, now you're speaking my language.
Center fielder Paul Blair will lead it off for the Yankees in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Royals out in front by 1 run. The score, the Royals 5, the Yankees 4. Frank?
Split-offs, first pitch to Blair. Curves him low, ball 1. Blair is 0 for 2. Right-hand hitter. Pops it up on the right side. The second baseman, Frank White, calls for the ball. He's under it, and there's one away. And now Roy White 1 for 3 with a run scored. Roy has grounded into a double play, grounded out to third, and singled to left field. The first pitch. Outside, ball 1. Yankees feel they should have had another run when Piniella was called out at the plate in the 4th inning. Foul back by Roy, and the count is a ball and a strike. You were not with us then. Piniella tagged up at third base. Came in apparently to score on a fly ball to left. But a strong throw by Hurdle, and Ron Luciano saw it as him being out at the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Frank, left-hander Al Rabowski for the Royals in the bullpen getting loose, along with right-hander Doug Bird.
Okay, friends. Wind up and the pitch coming. And it's line to center. That's a base hit. Amos Otis plays it on the first bounce, and White is on. Now it's up to Munson to get on and get Jackson up here in the 8th inning.
And Whitey Herzog, Frank, right now out of the dugout. And it looks like he will go to his bullpen. Paul Spudorf, a good 7-8 inning pitcher, and then he tires. Right now he calls for the right-hander Doug Bird. And there's a break in the action here at Yankee Stadium with the Royals 5, the Yankees 4.
This is Mel Allen. Some air freight companies have a lot of speed but no control. Thanks to Emery's computer tracking system, Emery's not one of them. Emery, the Air Force in air freight.
Okay, it'll be Doug Bird. He's in the official Yankee car as he travels across the outfield, greeted by some paper cups. And Paul Spudorf goes off the mound. His teammates greet him on the dugout steps. Fine effort by the left-hander. Again, Spudorf, a good 7 or 8 inning pitcher, and you have to go to your bullpen. And as the Royals go to their bullpen, we'll remind you now is the time to start thinking about season tickets for the 1979 Yankee games. Be assured of the best seats for all the action next year by having your own full season or combination plan. For more information, call Group and Season Sales at 293-6000. That number again is 293-6000.
Well, Fran Healy, Doug Bird on, and you at one time caught Bird, and I know that you were very high on him at that time.
Frank, I really was. In 1973, Doug Bird got an opportunity to come out of the bullpen as a short man from the right side for the Kansas City Royals, and he was excellent. I felt that he had the best low fastball that I caught that particular season. Of course, fingers overshadowed him in the league at the time, but Bird was very good. The following year, the Royals picked up Lindy McDaniel. So the manager at the time, Jack McKeon, would go with the hot man, consequently hurt both right-handed relievers. Doug Bird then was switched to a starter, did a pretty good job as a starter, now back as a short man. I think that is his strong suit. Right now he is warming up here in Yankee Stadium. He throws a good fastball, at times overpowering. He will throw a slider and a palm ball. And along with that palm ball, we'll pause 5 seconds for station identification on the New York Yankee Radio Network.
Supreme Court orders Myron Farber to reveal files. WINS, New York.
All right, here we go. It'll be Munson stepping in against Bird. You mentioned the fact that the Royals acquired Lindy McDaniel, and that was a trade the Yankees have been very pleased with, getting Lou Piniella for Lindy McDaniel here to New York.
And it was a great trade, of course, for the New York Yankees. Lindy McDaniel at the end of his career, and a marvelous career it was.
All right, Thurman Munson steps in against Doug Bird, right-hander, with Roy White at first, representing the tying run, and 1 out. They play Munson up the middle, the outfield spread, a low fastball, ball 1. Bird over the season won 6 and lost 6. He started 6 games, relieved 34 times. 1-0 pitch, taken low on a check swing, ball 2. Bird did not pitch that much this year. He got 100 innings in, but that was the least he has pitched since 1974. As a reliever, he won 5, lost 3, and saved 1. 2-0 pitch to Munson. Hit to deep left field. Back goes Hurdle. Or rather, back goes Wilson. Still back, and it is gone. A 2-run home run. A 2-run home run for Thurman Munson. Willie Wilson racing back toward the fence, and Munson has hit it in the bullpen. And the Yankees go out in front by 6-5. A 2-run homer by Munson off Doug Bird, and the Yankees lead 6-5.
And right now, Whitey Herzog back out of the dugout. He has to go to the mat on Garion, and he'll face Reggie Jackson, who's extremely hot. And I got to say, Frank, that there were probably better ball clubs than the New York Yankees of 1978. But the Yankees have to rank up there on top as a pressure ball club. They did it in Boston, their first obstacle. Again, here they're out in front on Thurman Munson's long drive to left center field. The ball hit well over 400 feet, and what a drive it was. Doug Bird got the ball out over the plate, and Thurman Munson tattooed it. And listen to these fans at Yankee Stadium.
A standing ovation for Thurman Munson as Herzog is out there again to make a pitching change. I don't think I've ever seen Munson hit a ball that far in my life or in his career with the New York Yankees. Getty got her, and I tell you, as great as the mileage is off Getty gasoline, it would still have taken about a quarter of a tank full to run that one down.
It really would, Frank. That ball, one of the longer home runs hit here at Yankee Stadium, and off what I consider a good reliever, Doug Bird. Once again, Bird got the ball out over the plate, and Munson hammered that ball an awful long way here in New York. The score right now, the Yankees 6, the Royals 5, and Thurman Munson comes out to acknowledge the fans' applause.
Well, I tell you, Thurman feels good about that one because I was a little bit surprised to see him come out, but he feels so good about it. He did come out, take the bow as the fans continue to stand here for Munson. And the long ball has been so prominent in this ball game. They show it again on the big replay screen. Here, a fastball looked like down over the heart of the plate, and Thurman got all of it. Getty got her for sure for Munson. The Yankees now leading 6-5. And Steve Mingori has come on. No, Al Raboski has come on. Beg your pardon. Al Raboski will come on to pitch to Reggie Jackson. And this is going to be a confrontation.
Yes, it will, Frank. Of course, the greatest confrontation, one-on-one confrontation you can get in sports, I believe, is the pitcher and the hitter. Right now, you'll have the mad Hungarian out there meditating, and he gets sky high, and I'm sure he'll be sky high right here for Reggie Jackson.
So busy watching the replays on Munson's home run, I wasn't even watching the pitcher warm-up, so Raboski and Jackson are 1-1 in this series. Raboski got him once, but before that, Jackson got Raboski for a 3-run homer out in Kansas City in the first game of the series. Reggie has driven in 3 of the 6 Yankee runs. Thurman Munson has driven in 2. They have each homered. The other Yankee run crossed the plate on a throwing error by Fred Potteck. So it'll be left-hander Al Raboski pitching to left-hand batter Reggie Jackson, with the Yankees leading 6-5 here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Jackson has homered. With the bases empty, he has singled and scored a run and hit a sacrifice fly that was caught in the deepest part of this ballpark. Otis caught it with his back against the fence in dead center field. Not the deepest part of the park, but the deepest part of center field. Raboski has gone through his act, slamming the ball in the glove after stepping back towards second base, and Jackson moves in. The windup and the pitch. Low fastball, ball 1. Doug Bird faced just one batter, and he is the pitcher of record right now in this game. The lead run is on his record. Raboski winds and delivers low. 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Jackson out in front. 2 balls, 1 strike on Reggie. Left-hander stares in. To Porter for the side. The windup, 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's only 1 out here in the 8th inning. 2 runs are in. The Yankees have come back to take the lead again. It has been a seesaw ball game. Roboski bobs his head up and down. Starts the wind. 2-2 pitch. High and tight, and Jackson goes down. 3-2. The string runs out between Roboski and Jackson. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch. Hit in the air to deep left center field. Willie Wilson running after it, and the left fielder makes the catch way back in the gap for out number 2. Lou Piniella. Piniella is 2 for 3, 4 hits in the series so far. He was out at the plate on a controversial call back in the 4th inning, trying to score from 3rd on Greg Nettles' fly ball to left field. Two outs, the base is empty. The Yankees lead 6-5. Roboski's pitch high outside.
Frank, in a situation like this, Lou Piniella is looking for a ball that he can drive a long way. There's 2 outs. They'd like to get another run on the board.
Well, he needs to drive one out because George Brett will bat in the 9th for the Royals, and he's hit 3 home runs so far. The next pitch to Lou, foul back. He was out in front of a slow breaking ball. 1-1.
In a situation like this, you will see Lou Piniella cheat a little more. Most of the time, he waits back, gets a good pitch, hits a line drive someplace. Right now, he'll cheat a little bit more, try to get the head of the bat out there and drive it deep.
The 1-1 pitch to him from Roboski will be coming. 2 outs, the base is empty. And the pitch on the way, swung on and missed, and Piniella spun all the way around. They have a strange defensive alignment. The center fielder, Otis, plays him toward right field. The infield plays him to pull. There's a tremendous gap out in left center field. Huge gap in left center. If Piniella hit a fly ball out that way, I don't think even Wilson with his speed can run it down. Wilson playing him tight toward the line, and Otis way around toward right field. Piniella requests time, and it's granted. Now Lou steps back in. Roboski starts the wind. The 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. Piniella is called out. The Yankees score 2 runs on 2 hits at the end of 8. It's New York 6 and Kansas City 5.
I've got grease on my fingers, oil on my shoes. I'm always under the hood, but I wouldn't change places with anyone else, even if I could. I worked on every car, big and small, every kind of engine too. And there's one thing that applies to them all, whether they're old or new. You can't buy a better plug for any kind of car than Champion. You can't buy a better plug no matter where you are than Champion. Champion's #1 in the world. They're #1 in your car. Some folks don't mind working in a big place, being part of a team. I prefer just me and that engine, nobody in between. You can't buy a better plug for any kind of car than Champion. You can't buy a better plug no matter where you are than Champion. Champion's #1 in the world. They're #1 in your car. No, you can't buy a better plug for any kind of car than Champion. You can't buy a better plug no matter where you are than Champion. No, you can't.
The day is done. time to let it go. It's the moment to unwind.
Well, go home.
So just say, bud.
Say, bud.
Hey, if you're doing what I'm doing right now, having a cold bud, then you really know what the fine art of relaxing is all about. Because when you say Budweiser, you said it all. And Anheuser-Busch sang for it.
Gary Thomason has gone out to play left field for the Yankees. Steve Braun will bat for Frank White, leading off the ninth inning. Braun, a left-hand hitter. Goose Gossage on the mound for the Yankees. Steve Braun hit .251 during the regular season with 3 home runs and 29 runs batted in. Braun has been to bat 4 times without a hit in the playoff series. Left-hand batter. The Yankees lead 6-5 with Braun at the plate. George Brett is on deck, and then Hal Mcrae. Gossage has his work cut out for him. He winds, and the pitch. It is no pitch. Time called by plate umpire Luciano. I don't know why. It is no pitch. Next pitch, and it's outside. Gossage delivered, but no pitch as Luciano had called time. Now the 1-0 delivery. There's a strike, and it's 1-1. The Yankees lead 6-5. We're in the ninth inning here at Yankee Stadium. One delivery. Swing and a miss. A ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch. Foul straight back up the screen. Tomorrow night, an 8:30 ball game. It'll be Ron Guidry for the Yankees and Dennis Leonard for the Royals. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. And there's one away here in the ninth. The second strikeout for Gossage. And now George Brett is the batter. Brett homered his first 3 times up in this game against Catfish. He faced Gossage once and flied to fairly deep center field. 3 home runs so far for Brett, and he steps in. The wind and the pitch to him. Down low, ball 1. Hal Mcrae is on deck. The Yankees lead 6-5. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Foul back off of Munson's mask. Brett's first home run was in the upper deck in right field. Then he hit one to just the right side of center, and then he hit one into the lower deck in right field. Brett may have cracked the bat with that last foul ball. He is coming back over toward the dugout. Right now, there is a break in the action with a score. Yankees 6, Royals 5.
This is Mel Allen. You know, Emery doesn't put a package through spring training just because it reports in out of shape or overweight. At Emery, they take any size package, any shape, any weight to practically anywhere. Emery, the Air Force and Air Freight.
Brett had to go over for the trainer to rewrap his thumb on the right hand. Brett is scheduled for surgery following the season to correct the injury to the thumb, and I also understand he might have shoulder surgery. He's back in now. 1-1 pitch from Gossage. And it's hit in the air to left field. Thomason drifts back. He is under it and makes the catch. There are 2 down. So the Royals are down to their last out in this ball game, with the Yankees leading 6-5 in the ninth. And the batter is Hal Mcrae, 0 for 4. Mcrae has flied to right, called out on strikes, flied to center, and hit back to the box. First pitch from Goose, outside. Ball 1. Fastball foul back in the crowd on the first base side, well back in the seats. 1-1. Time has to be called as an object was thrown out of the stands. Now the 1-1 pitch coming. Swing and a miss, strike two. If Gossage should strike out Mcrae, these fans would erupt. You can hear them now. Standing ovation. Yankees lead 6-5. And the 1-2 pitch. Low and outside. It's 2-2. If Gossage strikes him out, I won't have to tell you. I'll try. I'll be shouting. The 2-2 pitch. Foul back upstairs. The Yankees lead 6-5. 2 outs, nobody on, ninth inning. Here's the pitch. Popped up out of the shallow right. Tough play. In comes Piniella calling. Makes the catch on his back. And the ball game is over. Piniella had his feet slip out from under him, and he made the catch lying on his back. But he made it, and the ball game is over. The Yankees have taken a 2-1 lead in this 3 out of 5 championship series. Gossage retires the Royals in order in the ninth. After giving up the tying and go-ahead runs in the 8th inning, the Yankees came back on Munson's home run in the bottom half of the 8th. And Gossage held him, got him in order in the 9th to win the ball game 6-5. I'll be back with more on the wrap-up of this game in just a moment. The final score, the Yankees 6, the Royals 5.
People use our money to get the most out of life, like a trip too far away, or something that you need today.
It's the same old story. You went shopping and now you've got some big bills you'd like to clear up. Well, an HFC bill payer loan might be the answer. With a bill payer loan, you could consolidate those bills and make one monthly payment that may be less than the total payments you're making now. The HFC bill payer loan, a solution to an old story. HFC, an equal opportunity lender.
People use our money to get the most out of life. Come on into HFC.
Your Rickle Home Center has it all. Quality, value, and selection in every Rickle department, especially now during the Rickle Fall Super Sale. In a Rickle seasonal department, you'll now save 23% on each Duraflame 3-hour burning fireplace log. Regularly $1.29 each, now a low 99 cents each. And if you buy a carton of 6, you'll get a $1 factory rebate. Stop in today and pick up your Rickle Fall Super Sale circular. Rickle has it all. Well, the Yankees win it on an 8th inning home run by Thurman Munson. The Yankees 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors, and only 2 men left on base. For the Kansas City Royals, 5 runs, 10 hits, 1 error with 6 men left on base. The winning pitcher is Goose Gossage, and the losing pitcher, Doug Bird, who pitched only to 1 man, Thurman Munson, after a 1-out single by Roy White off starter Paul Splitoff. Bird came in to pitch to Munson, and Munson hit a long home run to the bullpen in left center field to win it for the Yankees 6-5. Reggie Jackson drove in the Yankees' first 3 runs, or 3 of the first 4. Actually, he drove in run number 1, 2, and 4. And Reggie scored run number 3 on a throwing error by the shortstop, Freddy Potteck. Munson had 3 hits in the ball game, as Jackson had 2. Munson a double, a single, and the 2-run homer. Reggie a solo home run, a run-producing single, and a run-producing sacrifice fly. Now the Yankees have taken a 2-1 lead and will send Ron Guidry to the mound against Dennis Leonard in tomorrow night's ball game. And now we're going to invite everybody to stay tuned over most of these stations, as in just a moment we'll be going down to the Yankee clubhouse with Fran Healy. The final score, the Yankees 6, the Royals 5. The engineer for Yankee broadcasts is Brian Ferguson. Assistant producer is Carolee Ashwell. The executive producer is Arthur Adler. This afternoon's game produced by Pam Boucher. This is Frank Messer, along with Fran Healy, Phil Rizzuto, and Bill White. Our next broadcast will be tomorrow night at 8:30 against the Kansas City Royals. And now stay tuned for the Yankee wrap-up show.
What do you say we win a brand new ball game? We're gonna shout when you're out of the ball. We're gonna...
Next time you have an appetite for fine Middle Eastern food, go directly to Ibis on 151 East 50th Street in New York and carte blanche it. Ibis is one of many fine restaurants in New York where your carte blanche card will allow you to spoil, indulge, and treat yourself to the kind of food nobody can make at home. Dinner always tastes a little better when you have it with style with your carte blanche card, because people know carte blanche denotes more than an average measure of distinction and taste. With a carte blanche card, you can travel with style, too. You can carte blanche your airline tickets, carte blanche your rented car, carte blanche your hotel bill. Keep your card with you wherever you go and carte blanche your way through over 250,000 doors across the country, including Ibis. Carte blanche it. You'll know you're going first class, so will everyone else.
Here come the Yankees. Let's get behind the cheerleader. Yankees, they're gonna learn to feel it. Yankees.
The Yankee playoff game wrap-up show is brought to you by Getty Oil, Lincoln Savings Bank, and English Leather. From Yankee Stadium here in New York, it is time for the Yankee Championship Game wrap-up show. Frank Messer here. The Yankees won the ball game 6-5. Home runs by Reggie Jackson, who drove in 3 runs, and the game-winning home run by Thurman Munson win the ball game for the Yankees 6-5. And to get a further story on the Yankees' big win this afternoon from the people who made it happen, let's go down now to the Yankee clubhouse and Fran Healy.
Hello again, everybody, from the Yankee clubhouse. This is Fran Healy, and the atmosphere down here, very professional atmosphere. They know they have another ball game to play tomorrow against the Kansas City Royals. Today, they go out in front with this victory, 6-5 over the Royals. They now lead in the series 2-1. We'll have Reggie Jackson on in a second. They have the press surrounding him, and he's going to go on. We will have Reggie Jackson once again had 3 RBIs. He had a home run, a single with an RBI, and a sacrifice fly. And if I can steal a moment of his time, the ball game, of course, very important for the New York Yankees. For yourself, I'm sure personally, very gratifying.
Yeah, that's right, Fran. The ball club came back today. There was times where you wonder what's going to happen, the seesaw battle, and our ball club gets the credit that it deserves or whatever, but the Kansas City ball club, for some reason seems to be underrated, and the people think we're going to blow them out, or so to speak. But just a tremendous, fantastic effort from George Brett, and then that ball club did fight back, a couple of times, and they're giving us all we want, that's for sure.
Paul Splitter, he pitched for the Kansas City Royals today. Last year he pitched in the playoffs. You were not in the lineup. Again, it must be personally very gratifying.
Well, Fran, I was cognizant of the fact that I didn't play last year. As a matter of fact, you were the guy who told me I wasn't going to play. But
no kidding.
But you know, I was hoping to try to get some base hits off him. He kept the ball away from me and gave me the opportunity to make contact at the right time, really. And, you know, the home run was nobody on, but the other times, you know, the guys have action going on the base pass and action out there, Fran. The man on third base and one out, and all he really had to do is make contact, so they put you in a position to do the job.
How about, this is the third game of the playoffs, and very important, I'm sure, for New York Yankees. How important was it to come home and come from behind the way you did today and have Thurman Munson hit the dramatic home run in the 8th inning?
Very important, Fran. That's the longest ball I've seen hit the left field since I've been here in 2 years, and of course coming into this ballpark a lot. But if we get beat today, you know, psychologically it can go into their favor because they only have to win one in the next two. Again, it's not going to be easy. One advantage we always have on our side is the best pitcher in baseball right now, in Ron Guidry. So even if they did win the ball game today, they still have their hands full because we got the big man tomorrow.
Can the ball club as a whole have a letdown after a come-from-behind victory in a game like this?
Are you crazy?
Well, I'm sure all the fans were concerned about that after the game in Boston, and now another dramatic victory here in New York. Dennis Leonard will be pitching for the Kansas City Royals tomorrow. What are your thoughts?
Well, again, you know, we're two up, right? I mean, you know, we got 2 wins and we've lost 1, and we beat Leonard. He's not going to be the same pitcher. He's going to be better. But again, you know, I don't mean to overemphasize it. You really can't, Fran. We're at home in our ballpark, and we got Guidry. And when a man puts those kind of numbers on the board, 9 shutouts and a 1.72 ERA, you don't pick that out of the sky. You don't buy him at the supermarket.
You don't buy it at the supermarket.
As long as we keep you in the radio booth, we got it.
I think it was an insult. Thanks a lot, Reggie. Again, congratulations. 3 RBIs? I'll take them. Now we'll go back upstairs, and we will come back down here in the clubhouse, I think. We're not sure, but I think.
Filler with Getty unleaded regular, please. Hey, Clarice, you see that guy getting gas across the island? You know who that is?
No, Lester.
That guy is Jackie Stewart. Do you realize he's won 3 world driving championships? Hey, Jackie, what you doing here?
Buying gasoline.
You use Getty, too? Hey, Clarice, Jackie Stewart uses the same gasoline as Lester J. Boyle.
Well, you're in the big time now, Lester.
Hey, Jack, do you know something about Getty us regular everyday drivers don't know?
I know Getty unleaded regular burns clean like an unleaded.
I knew that.
But it's got the power of a regular gasoline.
Well, I knew that.
And it costs a few cents less than most other major unleadeds.
Is that important to great racing drivers?
To great Scottish racing drivers, it is.
Getty unleaded regular. More power for less money. We pause 5 seconds for station identification on the New York Yankee Radio Network.
It's 66 degrees and sunny at 5:58 WINS, New York.
And let's continue our Yankee wrap-up show from the Yankee clubhouse with Fran Healy.
Okay, we're back in the clubhouse, and right now I'm going to talk to Ron Guidry, I hope, for a few minutes. And, Ron, tomorrow, another big game. Of course, it's not a loss. Usually you're pitching after a loss. Today, a dramatic come-from-behind victory. Tomorrow, you pitch with 4 days rest for the first time in 3 starts. How do you feel?
Well, I'm looking forward to going back out there tomorrow because now I have my proper day's rest, and you know, I hope I'm as strong as I had been when I had the 4 days rest. You never can tell now, and you know, we have the advantage, and they have the backs to the wall because they have to win the next 2 games, and you know, we only have to win 1, but I'm going to go out there tomorrow and try to keep them close, same way as today, because these guys want to win. They're going to score some runs, and I'm just going to go out like I've been going out every day during the course of the year and try to keep it close.
Good. Is there anything special you'll do tomorrow? For example, I know a lot of guys will try to adjust in different ballparks, but you pitch in this ballpark all year long, and now you're going to pitch in another big ball game for New York Yankees. Anything different?
I don't think I'm going to change. I'm just going to go right after the guys. You know, I've pitched against them before. I know what their hitters hit, their weakness and their strong points, and I'm not going to change, try to do anything that's not my routine. I'll just go right after them and hope that I have good enough stuff to win.
Well, let me ask you, Gid, you've pitched for 3 days rest. Now you're going to pitch for 4 days rest. Is there a noticeable difference in your fastball? I know when I caught you in bullpen, you had a good fastball every single day down there, but is there a noticeable difference?
Well, not right, you know, not right in the first few innings, but earlier during the game, you know, I throw well, but like the fourth, fifth inning comes around, and I can feel, you know, myself losing that little extra. And but as the mark of a good pitcher comes in when you miss a little bit extra, but yet you can still make the pitches, and I have good control. So even though I lose a little bit on the fastball, I can still spot it and still be effective.
Okay, Gid, thanks a lot, and good luck tomorrow. And right now, we're going to go back upstairs, and I don't know if we'll be back.
Here's some very bad news for people who rob mailboxes, and some great news for people who get Social Security, railroad retirement, or civil service annuity checks. Thousands of retired folks will never again worry about checks being laid or lost or stolen. They just filled out a simple form at the Lincoln Savings Bank, and now Uncle Sam automatically deposits their checks directly in their accounts at the Lincoln every month. No more waiting around for it to come. No more lost or stolen checks. No more standing in line to cash them. Every month, the day your check is due, the money is there in your free checking account at the Lincoln or in your savings account, earning interest for you from the day it was due until the day you withdraw it. Interest that can really add up. Uncle Sam and the Lincoln do it all automatically. You don't have to do anything except fill out one form at any Lincoln branch or telephone 782-6000 and the Lincoln will mail it to you. The Lincoln Savings Bank, 782-6000, member FDIC.
And for a final word from the Yankee clubhouse, again, Fran Healy.
Okay, a big win for the Yankees here in Yankee Stadium, the third game of the American League Championship Series. The Goose, Rich Gossage, came on in relief of Catfish Hunter, had some problems, but the Yankees came back. The Royals scored 1 run in the first inning. George Brett, his first of 3 solo shots, a shot into the upper tier here in Yankee Stadium. In the third inning, they scored their second run. Once again, it was George Brett, who is an excellent hitter, has been an excellent hitter since the day he got into the major leagues. They scored their third run in the fifth inning on a home run by George Brett. So it was 1, 3, and 5. The innings George Brett hit his home runs. In the eighth inning, Amos Otis led the inning off with a double to right field. He advanced to third base and advanced to home plate. He scored the run on a single by Darryl Porter into left field. And Darryl Porter came around to score on an RBI infield out, force out by Al Collins. The New York Yankees scored their runs. The first by Reggie Jackson, a long home run into the right field bleachers. That was in the second inning. In the fourth inning, they scored 2 more runs. A double and a single by Reggie Jackson. In the sixth, they scored a run. In the eighth inning, they scored 2 more runs, and 2 big runs they were. The Yankees trailed the Royals by 1 run when Roy White got a single into center field, and Thurman Munson hit a tremendous shot into the bullpen in left field, well over 400 feet away from home plate. Once again, the Yankees victorious. They won the ball game 6-5 over the Kansas City Royals. The winning pitcher, Rich Goose Gossage. And right now, I am going to send it back to Frank Messer upstairs.
Well, the Yankees saw George Brett hit 3 home runs his first 3 times at bat to give Kansas City, first of all, a lead in the ball game, and after that to keep them in the ball game. Reggie Jackson drove in 3 runs for the Yankees with a home run, a single, a sacrifice fly. He scored another run on a throwing error by Fred Potteck, and it was Thurman Munson who drove in the winning runs with a 1-out, 2-run homer in the bottom half of the 8th. He creamed a pitch by Doug Bird into the bullpen in left field. It was Thurman's 3rd hit of the afternoon, his 4th of the championship series, and the Yankees won it 6-5. And we'll have a final word right after this.
Come on, get fresh, get closer to me. You smell so fine in English leather lime.
Men get fresh with English leather lime from head to toe. Come on, get fresh because
if you want to get close to her, first you gotta get fresh. Come on, get fresh, get closer to me. You smell so fine in English leather lime.
Well, now the Yankees lead the championship series 2-1. Will it all be over with tomorrow night, or will the Royals come back as they have so many times and even things up? It'll be Ron Guidry for the New York Yankees and Dennis Leonard for the Kansas City Royals, who will have the answers to those questions in tomorrow night's ball game starting at 8:30 here at Yankee Stadium. We'll be on with the pregame show at 8:15 tomorrow night. We hope you'll be with us. This afternoon, it was the Yankees 6 and the Kansas City Royals 5. Goose Gossage, the winner, and Doug Bird, who faced only one batter, the loser, on the home run hit by Thurman Munson. The Yankee Championship Game wrap-up show was brought to you by Getty Oil, Lincoln Savings Bank, and English Leather.
They're gonna learn to be the Yankees. Everyone knows they play to win. 'Cause they're the New York Yankees. Show them today why you're
The Newswatch never stops. This is WINS. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good evening, and 65 degrees at 6:06 on this Friday, October the 6th. I'm Brad Phillips, and here's what's happening. The Yankees beat the Royals 6-5 to take a 2-1 lead in the American League playoffs. A proposal is made that could affect